the show. Really, this is what the show we expected, but it's the show we all deserved. Matter of fact, every single one of us should be feeling vindicated after this. Especially, especially everyone who has been criticizing these pill poppers for a while. More specifically, their ideologies, because all this stuff that we've been saying, it's not by accident, right? All these things, like, for example, when we say, hey, these guys, when they're claiming that they want women, who they want to be a little bit more traditional, when they exclaim things like, oh, well, you know what? We want the single motherhood problem to stop destroying America. You see what's destroying the West? It's these women. These women that don't know how to control their sexuality, okay? They're just going out there, getting with these wrong dudes, and then these dudes just stick them up with kids and leave them. And then now the single mom, what? She thinks she could just make it out here on her own, huh? See, these women got to step up, and, they've managed to garner huge audiences just based off these talking points. And now I'm starting to question a lot of y'all who listen to that stuff. Y'all might just be stupid. All y'all just might be fucking tarts. You either you're super narcissistic, all right, and you're abusive, or you're just not that smart. Because, all right, listening to what these guys say in their talking points, you would say, well, hang on, wait a minute. I've seen single mothers, and it's not over for them. Seems like they're doing things. And also, doesn't it take two to tango? So why is it the single mama's fault, but we not talking about deadbeat Dan's over here, right? So again, simple questions that you can ask about situations like this. And we ask the questions here on the show. We talk about this. We say, hey, listen, you guys, first of all, you are directly responsible, a lot of you guys, right? Because your ideologies will lead to creating more single mothers. When Myron says, hey, you know what, you got to sleep with at least 50 different women before you understand what love is, or how to identify who a hoe is and who is not a hoe, right? You have to sleep with at least 50 women. And then Fresh comes in and says, well, you got to do it, but do it unprotected, right? How is giving those advice out to young men, how is that going to make them better relationship partners? How is that going to make them better judgment of sexual partners and, judgment, right? How would that make them better off? In fact, it seems as though all it's going to do when you have a bunch of these young guys doing nothing else but going out and having sex with all these women is going to create more single mothers out there. Matter of fact, it's going to create a situation where you have diseases being spread, right? And now, which brings me to what this whole show is going to be about, because I find it not only tragic, but absolutely hilarious at the same time. Fresh Prince CEO. All right. First of all, let me just get this out the way. I told you so. I told y'all so. Listen, we just had to get it out of the way. Fresh Prince CEO got his Asian girlfriend pregnant, okay? And now, what you think he would do, right, based off his podcast and the ideologies they spit out there, you would think he would step up and, want to take care of things and handle things, right? Well, no, that's not what he does. He matter of fact, he did what everyone outside these pill popping space knew he would do, right? He's trying to get her to basically terminate the baby. Now, the reason why we're using such language that is harsh, because these guys, we talk about, abortion. They want to say it's murder, right? So this is murder. All right. So now Fresh, the guy who rails against abortions, the guy who has all these right-wing talking points where he's saying that, well, women who do this, they're just murdering kids. Or, women who do this, they're ruining society, right? Black women, because they love using this all the damn time, right? Black women, they get the most abortions, right? They're the most murderous people out there. They want to say black men are doing this, right? What about the black women and getting all these abortions in the neighborhoods, right? Okay, fine. I could understand you on these points only if you were consistent, meaning we got to look at your life and see how consistent you are within your life. And when it rubber meets the road, when it hits that road and you are faced with that same challenge, you're trying to get her to terminate the baby. Because listen, it's too late for a pill, my boy. All right, because we're about to review everything right now. Okay, he's trying to get her to pop the pill. That's not going to work. A pill's not. It's not going to be as effective. Okay, the next step is an abortion. Right. This is the same thing you guys say are ruining society. Yet now you've been caught red-handed being perpetrators, right? My freaking tongue, right? You guys are perpetuating this. This is what we've been talking about. So now Fresh, he's playing all these games, and we're going to get into the DMs, right? He's playing all these games back and forth with Daisy, and Daisy's the name of his girlfriend here. And that's what he's basically letting her know, hey, I don't want this kid right now, okay? He's using all the excuse, I don't have money, I'm broke, I got other girls pregnant, which, okay, this is now, we're reaching past helping men be responsible, and we're getting into the territory of building irresponsible idiots who are just running out here not considering the consequences of their actions or being ready to step up to the responsibility, right? Because he's here now trying to back away from the situation, right? Trying to get her to take the pill. Hey, listen, I don't want any part of it, right? And it's like, okay, bro, why then have unprotected sex with her? Why then promote unprotected sex being the best way to do things out here, all right, to your fans, right? And then you go around shaming the very same women you make single mothers. But chat, this isn't just a single mother talking point, because we know they like to rail on this stuff all the time, okay? But this is a talking point about how these men who so-called want to talk about how they're here for the good guys, they represent the good guys, the rags to riches guys, right? Why they can't find any good women out there. These men are the very same reason women hate men. You understand this, right? So when I tell you, like, when these guys rail against feminists, okay, most of these feminists, all right, are just women who are done wrong by men like this. That's it. Like, again, it takes two to tango. Someone just doesn't come out and just states, "Oh, I hate women," all right, or hate women, or I hate men, right? They don't just come out and exclaim that unless they've had some past trauma, whether they were abused by a family member when they were younger, or they were abused by a boyfriend or something, right? There was a man at the end of the day did them dirty. This mentality and this notion didn't just sprout out of nowhere. This isn't a matrix construct where all of a sudden, you got the hidden hand coming out here trying to get people to do certain things. No. This is men. You see how we create our own actions, all right, our own problems, and then now we're online complaining about it. So, again, we about to go through it because it's a lot, all right? And you can't, we're going to go through the screenshots, and y'all can, listen, there's no denying this now. We got Fresh on tape talking to her, all right? We also got his girl interviewing is it JLSK or something like that? Shout out to the brother. We have to post his channel in there, all right? Make sure we get him some subscribers because, again, that was just brilliant work, okay? So we're gonna go through all of that, all right? But first, we got to go to the most important thing. That's going over the sponsorship of today's show. That's you guys, more specifically the YouTube like button. I appreciate y'all being here for this emergency show. You guys could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're spending time with dukendon, and that means a lot to me. It really does. So please don't waste your time and go ahead and sponsor the show. How do you do that? It's easy. Just hit the like button. That's it. That's all you got to do. Simple. All right. So let's get into some screenshots here, chat. All right. The first one is going to be between Fresh and Daisy, right? So Daisy's letting her Fresh know at this point she is pregnant. She took the test. It's positive. All right, we're gonna have a baby. Now this is where all hell just begins to break loose. Let's go ahead and pull this up. All right, we're gonna zoom in here. All right, so here's the conversation. And you can look at the test. Okay, look, you got the cross over here. It's pregnant. If you don't got the cross, you're not pregnant, right? So it says, you always told me you wanted me to be your baby's mother. I loved you and I did everything to be a good girlfriend to you. Now this is happening. You walked away. I think I want to keep the baby. I don't want to kill alive, right? I want to think carefully and take the responsibility. And then Fresh is like, I'll call you shortly, okay? And then she says, take your time. Okay, so, let's give it a call, and then I'm sure they talked about something, because then Fresh's next response was, I can't have kids. And she's like, take responsibility for your actions. And now this statement right here makes all the sense to me, right? Because what do these guys preach on their podcast all the time that they're doing for men? They're helping men be responsible, right? They're helping men take charge of their lives, right? They're giving and selling courses based off these principles to make men better. But what happens if the very same people who are selling you this snake oil are the very same ones causing the issues to begin with, right? Because now he's teaching responsibility, but doesn't want to take responsibility when the bills due. Okay, so let's continue. She says, "What is this?" That's what Fresh says, right? He says, "I read it. It's a blood test, a pregnancy blood test, right?" So she goes ahead and gets a blood test in addition to the normal pregnancy test you can pick up at a Walgreens or something, right? So he reads it. He says, "I know, but what does it mean?" Okay, Fresh is a tart. Okay, expecting Fresh to know what any of this means, it's a big feat on his own. Okay, so he says, "I don't understand the numbers." Okay, so she's highlighting it. Hey, bro, you don't even need to understand the numbers, Fresh. It says pregnant. Pregnant. It says it's right there. Okay, ain't no numbers, just words, buddy. It's saying pregnant, and she underlines it right here, right? So it says she's 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, that's what the doctor is saying. You see the 3 to 4, and then the weeks of gestation, right? So 3 to 4 weeks. I don't think the pill's gonna help you out. It's about close to a month now. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then the conversation continues, and she's like, "It's our baby, and you want to kill our baby," right? And this is the terminology a lot of these red pillars use, because again, they're on that right-wing grift now. Abortion is murder, and she's right. Okay, you're about to kill the baby, dog. Right, Fresh? Aren't you saying that this is the reason why society is going down, where women get abortions and don't want to start families anymore? Here's a woman that wants to start a family with you, okay? And now you just want to get rid of the responsibilities? You're 30. You're over 30, for peace sakes. When is it going to happen, right? So she says, "You are not being a good human." Fresh was never a good person. I'm glad you're now realizing that. He says, "It's not about that right now. It's not good, and a lot is happening, especially now. Business may be over." Now, here's where I got a little bit confused. I'm like, wait, what do you mean business may be over? Are they talking about the Fresh and Fist business? Is that what they're saying? Is there a chance that behind the scenes, Fresh and Fit, their podcast may not be as solid as we thought? Chat, this is Fresh saying this, right? He's saying the business may be over. He's saying it's not the right time to have a kid because, again, he's at 30. He's supposed to be a millionaire, right? So are you telling me that these podcast bros are grifting right now? They're not actually millionaires, right? It's just a bunch of rented Lamborghinis and, all these other fancy stuff, but they don't actually have the money. Was that what Fresh is saying? What does he mean the business might be over? Chat, could somebody investigate that for me? Let's continue. It says, "I don't want kids right now, and we spoke about it, and you agreed." She said, "I never agreed." I never agreed. "I agreed based on your actions. Are you not educated?" No, he's not. He's an idiot from Barbados. "If you keep come inside me, I will get pregnant." I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory, chat. I mean, if you go inside a girl raw and you finish inside raw, there's a high likelihood she's going to get pregnant. So let me get this straight. Not only are you not using protection, but you're also finishing inside. So we just take the pullout game and throw it out the window. Is that what it is? You are playing a very dangerous game. I mean, what makes you think she wasn't gonna get pregnant, Fresh? No, honestly, if this is how you think, and you're supposed to be in charge of helping men not commit suicide and help them be better men, none of this is making any sense. All right, you guys are done. This is done. This is done for. All right, unless your audience basically proves us right, which means they're the scumbags that we knew they were, meaning they'll look at this shit and then turn their backs on all the values, all the morals that they've been claiming for so long that they cared about. Unless they prove to us they're that much of a scumbag to turn their back on it just to back you two, then everything we've been saying has been proven correct. Everything. And then over time, I think this is what they mean by, the show business may now be over. Because maybe people who are now waking up, it's going to be an avalanche later, especially when they see you turn your back on this right now, Fresh. Okay. She says, "I don't get pregnant without your behave." Right. So she's basically, I mean, this is an accent talk right here. So she's basically saying, I wouldn't have gotten pregnant if you didn't finish inside of me, dude. Like, are you stupid? Do you not know that that's how babies are made? Or did you think it's the storks flying over with the babies and the blankets and they're dropping it in the chimneys? You think that's how it is, dummy? Nah, your actions have consequences, right? So she says, words mean nothing. Man up. I think those are the truest statements that could ever be made. Unfortunately, you're talking about Fresh and Fit. They're not real men. They only pretend to be online. This is what we've been telling you guys the whole time. They are not real men. And if we got fake men trying to teach men in the real world to be real men, then it's the blind leading the blind, because a lot of these people who are Fresh and Fit fans, they themselves are by definition not real men. And the trainings and the thousands and thousands of dollars they've been investing in these two bozos, so much to the point that it totaled over $1 million just in super chat alone, $1.5 million. It's all been wasted on people who were frauds. They were never meant to begin with. They were just boys living out a fantasy now because they finally got rich on YouTube. Now they can get the girls. This is what we've been saying. Nerds revenge, okay? Revenge of the nerds. This is how it is, right? So she then says, I'm not saying I want to be with you. I don't, because you're nothing to me. But the baby is innocent. That's facts. Man up. Listen, when my girl ended up pregnant at the time we're dating, I manned up. Hell, I even put a ring on it. That's manning up. Yeah, I was reckless when I was younger, but when time came, I manned up. All right. So you idiots online might just say, oh, Duke, that's blue pill. Why would you? Right. Now you have to pay child support. Hey, at least I'm responsible. I got character. Right. Unlike these bozos who want to pretend that's who they are online, but in real life, they're scared. They don't responsibilities that they're not ready. Let's continue, because I'm loving every bit of this, right? So the next part then says, he says, you should have a kid with someone you are in love, you are with. Fresh, what the hell are you saying? You should have a kid with someone you are with love in. The same household won't be what you expect. Man up. I'm telling you now so you know. That's not manning up, Fresh. That's not what manning up means, you unbelievable tart. No. You're telling her now when she's 3 to 4 weeks pregnant? Really? Oh, I'm manning up now by telling you, hey, you should probably go be with someone else. I mean, what a scumbag. Chat. What a scumbag. These are the guys that want to blame women all day long for their problems. Look at him coming over here saying, hey, you should just have a kid with someone you're in love with. Nigga, that's you. That's the whole reason she wants to keep the baby. Because to her, it was a baby born out of love. At least that's what she thought. So now the reality is set in, Fresh. Now all of a sudden it's hold up. Now you gotta go find somebody else. How would that not piss a woman off? Imagine a woman being in love with you, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy she's in love with is just trying to cut it off cold turkey. Of course she'd be pissed at you. And then when we tell you guys this, y'all want to call us blue pillars, but we're the ones that actually understand women. All right? Because again, I've been around enough men to know that every time they tell me about their problems, there's always another man at the end of it. And those y'all in the chat, don't act like that it don't happen. When you meet up with a girl she's talking to, and all of a sudden y'all are getting that conversation. Well, sometimes she's gonna bring up her past problems. It involves a man. A man that oftentimes does this shit that Fresh is doing right now. But then when women come online saying and voicing exactly what's happening underneath the surface, because we don't see this stuff, okay, then we turn around and say feminism. See, we told you. See, we got to take women's rights away. Come on, we got to get Pearl Art. Where the Women Can't Vote t-shirts? Let's put it all together. Let's roll. Come on. But you don't see all the other side of it, because at the end of the day, it's another man doing this. Fresh now doesn't want to take accountability. How do you think her perception of men is going to be moving forward? And the way this woman is sounding right now, it sounds like she maybe doesn't have a whole lot of experience with men, right? Because she'd probably be a lot more combative than this, okay? Which is horrible, because these are the guys saying, where are all the good girls at? They find them, and then they turn them into bad girls. This girl right now is now going out into the world after dealing with a clown like Fresh with the fresh new lens against men. Oh, and more specifically, men that reflect the skin color of Fresh. Congratulations. We just hit another stereotype, folks. There it is. Yep. Nope. Not men like him. No, they don't want to be fathers. Those men over there, they don't want to be fathers. Thank you, Fresh, you Barbados fuck. Now you're out here adding to the statistics of Black parenthood, right? That's you. So you sitting there complaining about this shit, but yeah, you adding to the statistic. Like this, I'm sorry, Chad. If you can't tell, I'm kind of like low-key pissed off. I am actually low-key kind of pissed off, right? Because for years we had these guys sit down and talk about this shit, but now we're seeing it all unfold. When I tell you guys before, they make good girls go bad, and then when you guys end up dealing with them, this is what happens. When they end up fucking you over, it's because the guy that they with before, they were fucked over. And yeah, I know it doesn't justify that. It's hurt people, right? It doesn't justify that. But for a lot of you guys who are in the red pill right now, and you're in it because a girl did you wrong, right? Or maybe for some of y'all, you weren't a girl's first option because she keeps leaving you to go sleep with her ex, right? It's because of this type of shit right here. Oftentimes, I'm not saying that some girls aren't devious, because they are. I'm not gonna hold y'all, right? I'm not saying that, but I would say the vast majority of the shit where it's coming from is traumatic situations exactly like this, right? Let's continue. So after this disgusting statement of man up, I'm telling you now, so you know, right? So she goes on to say, I don't expect anything anymore. That's crazy, right? Since we're not together, I got pregnant with you when I was in your house and when I was in love. You wanted to have the baby. If you didn't, you did come in me with your own pleasure. So what she's trying to say here is, if you didn't want to have a baby, then why did you come inside? Right? Why did you do that? That doesn't even make any sense, right? And that's her thinking. But girl, hey, time out. You should have mandated him using a condom, right? And sometimes it's tough, especially when you've been seeing a girl for a little while longer, right? Things get a little bit more risque, if you want to put it that way, right? So I don't hold y'all, right? I've been in situations like that myself. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but you gotta have that pull-out game, bruh. Like, especially if you know Fresh, you know you're the guy that don't want a kid. You knew for a fact that you were going to turn into this monster, right? If you knew this from the get-go, which we know you did, why did you then be so irresponsible and finish inside her? Why did you do that? Did you expect her to just have birth control? Did you guys even have that conversation about birth control? I mean, it's not making any sense. Why would you do it? So in her mind, she's thinking, no, you wanted this, right? You're telling me you love me. I'm telling you I love you. Let's make a baby. So what? Let's do it right now, right? And she sounds like she's down, right? Congratulations. You ran into a girl who's down. She's down to have a family. Yeah, let's go. Not none of these fake feminist shit that you guys post up about, where women don't want to have babies and women all these women want to do this. No. You found the right one today. She want to keep the baby. No abortion. So she's not these stereotypes you guys promote. And yet you're trying to push her down that route. You're a scumbag. No, we're just being real. Let's continue, right? So she says, be logical and be a man. I don't get pregnant by myself. It takes two to tango. She says, it's not fair for the baby. She's absolutely right. And he says, what are you saying we're not together? And we won't be. Why would that be for the kid? Right? What is he saying? He says, what are you saying we're not together and won't be? Why would you say that be good for the kid? Because she thinks you're a deadbeat, right? That's why she's saying we're not together. She's saying we're not together because you don't even want the baby that you made with her, right? So then she says, so why did you come inside me, right? And he says, also, things happen, and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid into this world without both parents' love is cruel. Then don't nut inside of a woman, dumbass. Like, what? He says, we both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. How? Even on birth control, there's always a chance. That's why you pull out when you're not sure. All right. So you're just grossly irresponsible, Fresh. That's what this is telling us. All right. You preaching responsibility all goddamn day long, and yet you're this irresponsible. How can anybody take you seriously? And Myron, if you don't come out and call this out, you like there's no credibility you have that's worth a damn. When you sit there and talk to any OnlyFans girls on your show, and you don't before you even before you even talk to any of these OnlyFans girls about your usual talking points, you need to shut this shit down right now. Because if you go along with this, it will be the end of your show. Because later on, people are gonna stop. Listen, Myron, people are gonna stop looking at you as this. Okay, I guess he's kind of tell it as it is. He's a real type of guy, right? I guess he's not that. Maybe he is a scumbag like all the rest of these guys, huh? Maybe we were being scammed by these guys. They're gonna eventually wake up. Myron, you gotta call this out. You can't let Fresh, get away with this because your talking points include going against single mothers. Unless you want to pull those videos down, because now we're going to start clipping everything, right? Your talking points against single mothers, you got to now call that out with Fresh because he's now part of the problem. What are you going to do? Right? Because, you can't sit there and rail against OnlyFans girls if this is the scenario that's happening, right? Your buddy over here is part of the problem. So Fresh then says, we both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. It was a joke. And she says, all I'm saying is yours should take responsibility for what you did. I am a victim in this relationship. No, you're not. I'm going to just be right. I'm going to be real with you, girl. You are not a victim. You are a grown-ass woman. All right. You look like you had your life together up until this. You listen. Sometimes we ignore red flags, right? I get it. I've done it before. There are people out there who've done it. It's a normal thing, right? Especially when you let your feelings take over. But you're still an adult in this situation. You're not a victim because, like you said in your last message, it takes two to tango, right? So when you knew that Fresh is living the lifestyle he's living, and you knew that if someone like that living that lifestyle isn't serious, you should have at least enforced a pullout. You should have enforced that. If not, if his pullout game was whack, enforce a condom. You didn't do any of that, and you're old enough to know what a condom is, lady. So I refuse to believe you're a victim. I do believe that you are suffering from a broken heart, and I understand that, but you ain't a victim. You are as culpable as what's happening right now. So wake up, ladies, all you guys who are watching right now, especially those y'all who are looking for a man. Stay away from these high value weirdos. Okay, they are kids. They're not ready to have one. Let's continue. She says, and I am carrying your babe. You act like you don't care and you don't want nothing because he doesn't. He says, also, now I'm worried I have to test other girls, at least 4. You're that irresponsible? My boy, what you in competition with Nick Cannon? What is this? You got 4 other girls to get tested? Wait, what you mean that you have to test them? Don't they have to administer the test themselves? And second of all, wait a minute, I'm so confused. Why? Unless you're trying to test them for something else. In this case, Daisy, you better get tested. You better go ahead and get tested, girl. All right, which you should, because he has said before he's got herpes. All right, so I don't know how that worked, but you definitely let him go up raw on you. So I would definitely go. I would definitely go see a doctor. All right, in addition to a pregnancy test, just say. But he says now he's worried because he's got to test other girls, 4 of them at least. So is this what we want? The example we want our young men to be following? Is this honestly, chat? Let's just be real, because this is what the red pill ideology has now become. Okay, before it wasn't this. Now it's become this. Is this the type of teachings we want young men going out there, making more single mamas and not taking responsibilities? Think about it. At least 4 different women now have now become part of the statistic. The statistic that these very same bozos complain about or used to beat other women over the head with. I mean, again, this is the red pill when it hits reality not working. Just being real with y'all, it doesn't work. She then says, another girl, 4 girls. You are saying you have sex with 4 girls without protection. I hope you have all the money for your children's support. It's going to run out real quick. Trust me. Listen, YouTube already kicked them off. All right. Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Rumble ain't paying that. Rumble ain't paying that much. All right. Not enough to take care of 4 kids by 4 different women. Well, 5, including her. Right. So now 5 different baby mamas, 5 different children. Like, this is crazy irresponsible, bro. And then he says, I don't have money. Good luck. LOL. You'll see. Yeah, bro, you a scumbag. Now you actually projecting that you're getting ready to be a deadbeat dad, huh? The leader of the biggest red pill podcast in the world right now, Red Pill Dating Podcast, is just admitting that he's getting ready to be a deadbeat daddy. Chat, hold up. Chat. And he's laughing about this. He's saying, LOL, you see, I don't have money. So are you insinuating that you're broke? Is Fresh and Fit really broke? Chat. I think they are. Listen, I think maybe that YouTube D partnership probably did a lot more damage than we thought, right? And who knows? Who knows? But again, maybe some of y'all like, oh, dude, maybe they put it in some kind of investment and they locked it up, and maybe they can't get to it because it's all in Barbados. We'll see. I mean, that's what he says, right? You will see. So maybe the documents are gonna come out, and we'll see what the assets that Fresh really have, right? Does he really have money, or is he actually broke and isn't ready to take care of 5 different kids, right? Or could all this be a way to kind of get her to feel discouraged enough about having this baby to want to go ahead and terminate it? Either way, it's irresponsible, completely irresponsible. So that's pretty much the end of the text messages back and forth screenshot. So then it goes down to Daisy's post, right? Because she ends up putting a post out there pretty much exposing Walter and breaking everything down, saying, okay, well, now we know you're going to be a deadbeat dad. Now I know exactly who you are. I can't let you go out there with your little podcast and keep promoting this different image like you not this monster behind the scenes. And what is similar to this is, y'all remember when Sneeko got called out for dating, was it Nina or Nia or Zena, right? Zena, right? When he got called out, but before he was hiding it. And what was he preaching before? Oh, yeah, you can't date these OnlyFans girls, these promiscuous women, these all, you can't, they're just all bad. It's all haram, right? And he tried to hide her as much as he could until, bing, people got wind. Everything got exposed. It was it Robin DeLuga or something? Rachel DeLuga or something like that? She exposed it on the show, right? We all knew it was Xena. And then people look at her background. Oh, what do you know? She's an OnlyFans girl. Oh, what do you know? She a freak too. Oh, what do you know? She is also dysfunctional. Sneeko. This ain't the model girl you've been trying to say men should go for, okay? Matter of fact, this is the kind of girl you've been telling men to stay away from. So why is it that you're doing all this behind the scenes, right? Underneath the surface. And worst of all, why did you try to hide it? Because now it just looks spineless, Sneeko, right? It's the same thing here with Fresh. You're preaching responsibility, your fans, and all these other people who are idiots that can listen. And then all of a sudden, when push comes to shove, you're not trying to have that situation. Matter of fact, you're trying to cover it up. That's what you're doing. And she coming out now on social media after the conversation about to expose you for trying to cover this up, because now you can't cover this up. And unlike Myron and Miss Cheeks situation, she's going to keep the baby. All right. She's from what I've heard so far, she's very determined to keep the baby. So you're not covering this up. You're going to have a kid out there. Y'all could laugh about it. Y'all could joke about it. But just understand, underneath all the messaging you're preaching out there, you just made one more single mother out there in the world. I'm sorry, 5 more single mothers out there in the world. Okay? So let's get into her warnings to other young women who decides that they want a high value man. All right. She says, this is a story between me and ex Walter Weeks, the producer known as Fresh, IG and YouTube, Fresh Prince CEO. I met him November 21st in Miami and I fall in love with him. We spend New Year's together. That's the time when he asked me to be his girl. Aww. To commit to him. Now this pretty much falls in line with some of these pill popping ideologies, right? So it makes sense. Let's continue, okay? And then she says, and he posted a video of us on social media. Oh, that's huge, because if he posts you on social media, it means he wants the world to know, especially if he has fans like the fans he's got, okay? Because they're snoopy as hell, all right? He said to me, I love you. I don't want you to be with another man. Uh-oh. Sounds like a red flag. Sounds like he trying to manipulate here, right? So let's continue. A few days later, he asked me to meet his mom. Oh, we did cover this, by the way, chat, right? And then everything went well. I showed him and his mom my respect. Did she buy his mom something too? Did she buy his mom some watches or was it some shoes? I know she spent bread on his mama, right? He defended me on his podcast from the rumors. That's the moment I truly fallen in love with him. So for you guys don't know, again, Fresh, exposed his girl to the world. And when I said that, why would he do that knowing he's got the fans that he's got? Because the fans that he's got went ahead and did some research, okay? And they saw the photos of her. Some of them were claiming that she was a escort, that she was doing this and this. And that was that live stream we covered a while ago when a caller was calling them out. And then Fresh went crazy. How dare you guys put a photo out there? That's not even it, bro. And he tried to deny that was that he bought that gift for her, or they bought each other gifts and whatnot. He tried to hide that. He's like, no, she's not. She didn't do this. I didn't do that, right? Because there was a lot of accusations that were going out, like, yo, you're dating a escort, or yo, you're out here buying gifts. You're simping, right? Oh no, I didn't buy the gifts. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. You can't tell, right? He tried to hide that. That's the moment she's talking about. So him going on that podcast, basically defending her from his own fans that they created. Okay, she fell in love with them. Let's continue. But this is where the game begins. Ready, set, go. I left Miami on January 8th, traveled back to China for Chinese New Year. The night before, we had a serious conversation. He said he sees me like someone to spend a whole life with. Oh, this seems like blue pill game to me. And I've had a sneaking suspicion that that's what a lot of these so-called high-value men that sell these game courses, they don't actually use these pickup lines or strategies that they outline in their programs. They actually just revert to the blue pill. I would say not even the blue pill, but like I would say what a lot of these real sneaky type of dudes, you usually find them in married relationships, right? A lot of these sneaky type blue pill dudes, they use these type of game, right? Where they love bomb you and they try to paint a picture of you and them together, right? They try to do all that because the game Fresh and Fit, if you contrast it with the stuff they sell online, it's, oh, hey, it's the image of the girl knows what's going on. We're not trying to get too lovey-dovey with her. She knows the game, right? I'm a high-value man. She wants me, okay? I'm the catch, okay? That's the mentality they have. So you're not going around saying I love you. Matter of fact, don't they say you have to stave off that, right? They say that. You have to stave that off because, you want to explore your options. So why is he out here trying to initiate that? Because it seems like he's initiating the L word, right? I'm dating girls right now. I have never initiated the L word, right? Some of them probably watching. I have never initiated that, right? Unless I meant it, because otherwise, then I'm playing games with people, all right? And this is how false allegations gets filed on you. This is how women start getting real crazy, all right? If you ain't seen a crazy girl, this is how they're made. When guys do dumb shit like this is what he's doing. Because I know a lot of dudes who are married, but then they got women on the side, right? This is the kind of game they do. Oh, I love you. You're the only one for me. Why can't you just be honest with the women? So you're that much of a bitch that you can't find it just easy to be honest with a girl without even having to do all this lovey-dovey? Like, that's crazy to me, bro. Like, that's wild. You want to spend your whole life with her. Like, what do you think that's putting in her head? You got to see, this is why I know these guys don't understand women and they're one-trick ponies, right? You lead with their money, and this is the game they use to try to keep her, right? Even though they know they don't want to be with her, right? This is the kind of game they use. You're a one-trick pony. That's what it is. It's just the money, because other than that, you don't need to do any of this. Sometimes if you just straight up with a girl, all right, she'll be cool with it. So what's up, Fresh? We thought you were the one that had the game here. Let's continue. So she said, I told him I was going to move to Miami for him. From then, we started a long-distance relationship for 2 months. That's another red flag. Ain't y'all the one to say people shouldn't do long-distance relationship? Because y'all tell the women, when they talk about long-distance relationship, that it doesn't matter, right? That's not serious. Kevin Samuels done that. Walter, you've done that. Myron, y'all done that. All right. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that statement, right? Because I personally wouldn't do a long distance relationship. It's just not me. I like to see what I like, right? You know what I'm saying? But again, you guys stay against that. But here's Fresh over here, Walter Weeks over here, involved in a long distance relationship. Now, that's interesting. Then she said, until I traveled back to Barbados, I met his entire family there. Wow. That's another red flag. Because I'm going to tell you this, and this is how, I can't speak for all men, right? But some men, right? The way we operate is when you go back and see our family, especially our moms, because we know we love our moms, right? If we take you to see our moms, we're serious with you. Because we don't do that with just any girl. If you're the girl that sees the family, all right, and the family approves, and it seems like mama approved of her, right? It's a serious thing. And she's not wrong to even assume that, right? She's not wrong to assume that, okay, this is getting serious, right? He's telling me he wants to spend the rest of my life with me, or his life with me, all right? He's saying all these sweet things. He's having me come over to his home country to visit his family. In her mind, this guy's serious. Like, this nigga wants me to be with him, right? And plus of all, best of all, he's not using protection, so he wants a kid, clearly, right? You see how all of these things start to layer up? Okay, people don't think about this, right? A lot of these guys will probably think, "Oh, yeah, she probably just fell for it, right?" You know how girls are. You know that you have sex with them too long, and they do this. No, that's probably what just happened. No, Fresh was literally layering everything on like a manipulative scumbag, right? He was laying it on, and when a girl starts buying into that mentality and like that vision you have, it's gonna be hard. This is how you make good girls crazy, and this is how you make them man haters. Okay, I told you guys from the get-go, these guys create the very same problem they're complaining against, right? Let's continue. I can't see this top part over here. Her profile photo is covering it, but it says made everything so okay. He made everything so real that he's serious with me, and that's what it came off as. Therefore, I'm not on birth control, and we had sexual behavior without protection. So she stated that we're not on birth control. Like, this is serious, right? In her mind, this is serious. I'm not on birth control. Like, now we're doing this. All right, cool. All right, he wants a baby. I already seen his family. I love his mom. Mom loves me. He's telling me he loves me, right? He wants a baby, clearly. So, again, all this shit is building up. She says, I was ready to have a baby with them and to build a family like he asked many times. You asked her to build a family? Nigga, you were asking for this. You a real scumbag now. Like, honestly, I have zero respect for you. I had zero before, but now it's down to the negatives, right? Absolute negative, dog. Okay, like, you're a scumbag because you were playing with her mentally, knowing fully well you weren't ready for a kid, but you're telling her you want a kid, okay? The girls, I'm like, listen, guys, some of y'all who are dating right now, you guys are in the dating phase, right? How weird would it be to be telling a girl you're dating you want to have a baby with her, but you know fully well you're not ready to be responsible for one? You have to be an absolute psycho manipulative douchebag to be doing some kind of game like that. That's a crazy, dangerous game. So most men who are normal, who are good, unless they're ready, they're not playing those games. But yet Fresh, the guy who wants to teach you guys morality, him and his little cohorts over there, they want to tell you, you got to be moral. You got to live your life a certain way. Look at the women that are destroying society. Now look who's part of the problem. Let's continue. She then says, she says, what if you get me pregnant? My answer towards him was always, yes, I want to keep the baby. I don't mind having a baby with you, right? So he asked, well, what if you get pregnant? So he's saying that. And then here's another screenshot she posts up here, and it's her saying, it's probably a photo. She says, oh my God, our kids are going to look like them. They're so cute. So I'm assuming it's all these guys over here, right? Look at that. Yeah, Fresh is already, you're living in the future right now. Look at this, chat. Is him with his future 5 kids. Like shit. I mean, doesn't he have 4 other girls pregnant plus 1, right? I mean, look at all this, right? So he's laughing at this. He's saying, LOL, I knew you were typing me this, Blasian. Okay, so Fresh is on board. So let's continue. And she then posts, we traveled back to Miami together. At first, everything was fine. I stayed in his apartment. We had mutual understanding. He is not a monogamous person. That me and him both need our own space. So I suggested to help me rent an apartment. He said, I want you to have the things you want, as you understand me. 10 days later, a morning after we had lunch with his sister, he broke his promises. That's how he told me he loves me and wants to see it in a long term. He wants to plan a future with me. Instead of renting an apartment, better buy a new house, which I think is completely lying and making excuses about it. So the apartment they originally had, where Fresh said he was going to help her rent to get started, because mind you, in this woman's mind right now, she is mentally preparing herself to not only be a mother, but to start a family with this man. All right. So when she's coming back from China to Miami, to her, it's we're nesting now. We're getting ready. Okay. We're nesting. We're getting ready. The baby's going to come and you're ready for a family. So let's do this. Right. And Fresh then breaks his promises. Okay. I can't do the apartment. But the reason why is because we got to get a whole house. So now she's seeing, wait a minute. Now you're not sticking to your word, right? You'll say something, but now you're going back on it. What's really going on, Fresh? So she's saying, I think he was completely lying and making excuses about it. So then she continues and says, he used me, hurted me, and was a cheater, a huge gamer. I only found out this later and started to take his haters' words. No, honey, they're not haters. These guys like to label us as haters when we call out these people for who they are. Is because we're telling the truth. We're not haters. See, they've convinced you and brainwashed you to let you know that, hey, all these people online saying these ridiculous things about them, it's not true. And they're saying it's because deep down they're hating. They just want to chase clout. No, it's not that. Oftentimes, you'll end up seeing the reality of what we're telling you, because you have to go through it the hard way, right? And now you're about to go through it the hard way because you're bringing a baby into this world. But the people who are online calling Fresh out, they're not haters. Sometimes they're here to tell you what's up. All right. So it's funny that now all of a sudden hater is taking on a different meaning now, ain't it? Because we were telling you the truth the whole time. Again, what about Fresh is there to hate? Like who's got time to hate on that loser? All right. No one's got time to hate on it. It's just telling the truth because we know shit like this is gonna happen. And think about it. If Fresh is this irresponsible enough to get 5 different women pregnant, imagine what their followers are doing right now. Some of them we're not hearing. Out here just pumping and dumping a lot of these girls because they're buying these courses. They're going to be out there trying to pump and dump these girls, right? While coming online complaining about single mamas and why women hate men. See, feminism has turned women against men. No, it's men like this that turn women against men. And we have to honestly start having a real conversation to recognize the truth. Anybody else in this red pill telling you otherwise, okay, they're trying to lure you into a matrix. We've been telling you the truth the whole time. We don't have to lie. We don't have to obfuscate the truth. We just have to sit there, say what we say, stand 10 toes on it, and then just wait. Because time is the biggest thing. That's it. We just wait. And then we get proven right over and over again. Right? But let's continue. Now she's a hurt woman out there who probably hates men now. So, congratulations, we got another one out there, right? Let's continue. She says, when people told me negative things about him in the beginning, I always stood by his side, understandable, and supported him and believed in him. I choose to believe in my partner instead of his audience. So he found himself a ride or die. This is the type of girl most men would want, right? Hell, I would say you close your eyes and then just handpick a fresh and fit fan just out of random. And they say, hey, would you date this woman and would you marry her? Some of them would, I wouldn't say some of them, I would say 100% of them would say yes, right? Because she's not a bad looking girl. She's got a great body. She's a model. Okay. And on top of that, that woman that looks like that is also loyal and ride or die. You had the full package, bro. Like, seriously, because most men in your chat right now probably won't believe a woman like this existed, right? Oh, my God. A woman that's beautiful, fit, and loyal and loves me? What? Most of these guys won't believe it. Fresh had it right there in his hands, right? Because she didn't care about your money. She definitely didn't care about your looks, right? But she cared about you somehow because she liked that you were a nice guy. But it turns out that nice guy wasn't you. It was just a facade. This is what I'm telling you. When you hear, oh, nice guys always finish last. Those guys ain't nice. They ain't nice. They're just too much of a bitch, to be honest. Because if they were honest, you'll see some of them, they're real scumbags. Real scumbags. I'm serious. They ain't no nice guys. Y'all ain't nice. Y'all just you're just afraid to be honest. Well, we honest guys out here, we're winning. Y'all out here too afraid to be honest. You can't even be honest with a woman. Even Fresh right here can't even be honest with her. He's playing the nice guy role. This is what nice guys do. Nice guys are probably the worst people you want to end up with. I'm being real. You don't want a nice man. You want an honest man. That's it. A man who's straightforward, an honest man. All this nice guy bullshit, there's a reason why they finish last. Okay? Because smart girls know that they're on some bullshit. That's just how it is. I mean, I'm not joking with you. I'm dead ass serious. I'm blowing up the game right now, letting y'all know they're not nice guys. And she's learning it the hard way. We got to point it out now because it's out in the open. It's out in the open. Let's continue. She says, I choose to believe in my partner instead of his audience. That's where you fucked up. Listen to people around you, bro. The truth is, he pretended to be high value. Oh, shit. Pretension. To date girls, then ditch them. Let me read that one more time. He pretended to be high value to date girls and ditch them, right? This is what this high value concept is all about. I've been telling you guys for a while. When at first they will tell you, no, it's because so women can be traditional and they can land themselves a high value man. But in the meantime, we're going to tell men how to be high value so then they can get the women, right? The women who are ready to be with the high value man. But it's not the case. I told you the high value man concept is just a concept so these guys can get women to have sex with them. That's it, right? They want to hide behind responsibility. I'll take care of you. I'll do this. But they don't really mean any of that. They just want to get laid, okay? It's all about sex. When they talk about, I want a traditional woman, they don't care. They actually want horse. They want sex at the end of the day, all right? Fresh wasn't getting sex. Myron wasn't getting sex, okay, until they had their podcast. Their podcast enabled them to have all this opportunities. Opportunities for, well, to play the nice guy role so they can go ahead and land women. They're nice guys. This is what nice guys do. Right? Ladies, I'm telling you right now, go search for honest men, not nice men. Because you can be honest, but you still have an edge to you, right? Because you're not going to let people take advantage of you. And you be honest about that, right? But nice guys, they'll pretend. And they're good at pretending because they're not really nice, okay? They're just people who are afraid to be honest. Okay, let's continue. It says, the reason why I'm exposing this is because as a woman, I want to stand out for other women and I want other girls to end up like me. Uh-oh. Here we go. All right. She continues. She says, in strange country all alone. Yeah, that's facts. I almost tuned that out. Right. She is from China. She is from China. So you got this woman who's now a single mother in America, adding to the statistic, and now she's alone. Because Fresh doesn't want to be responsible. Very interesting. She says, if I don't expose this, he will continue doing that to naive girls. There will be more women will get hurt. After a few days, he asked me to move out. Damn. Wow. He stopped coming home. He disappeared for 3 nights without explanation. I called him. He never answered. When I did nothing wrong, when I was so genuine, I left my work behind in China to pursue this relationship. Damn. Y'all complain about Western women being unable to move to where their men are, right? Don't y'all complain about that? Here's a woman who is willing to relocate to you from another country. Y'all complain about most American women won't even move states for their man. Here's a woman willing to do it for fresh. And this is how he treats her? Wow, that's crazy to me. She says, when I did nothing wrong, I was so genuine, right? She says, so I moved out, booked the first flight to New York City. That's where she is right now, apparently. On March 30th, I had a pregnancy test. It's positive. Here's what happened. So I think she goes into the screenshots we read, but let's read this last part. He said on the phone, there's no reason to meet and discuss further. Wow. Yeah, dude, you're a real degenerate. Like, real talk, dude. You're a real degenerate. You're saying that there's no reason. She just told you she's pregnant with your kid. I don't know, bro. That's reason enough to meet somebody and have a conversation. Like, what's going on? What are we doing? What's the next steps? Right? How are we gonna manage this? Right? That is relevant as all hell. To say that there's no reason to meet and discuss this further, it's insane, bro. You're really a demon out here, which is crazy, right? He says he refused to have an adult conversation in person. He asked me to take pills and deal with it alone. This is a role model, guys. This is a role model. Listen, oh my goodness. Let's continue here because like it's getting bad. It's getting bad, right? So she says he doesn't even want to show up and be a real man to take responsibility under his behavior. Now I am warning all girls, stay away from this man. He is dishonest and a liar. Now I ask you, please stand by me and help me expose him in order to protect more women. Hey, we've been doing that for a long time. We've been exposing these guys to make sure that they don't hurt other people. All right. We've been taking the brunt of the insults. We've been called haters, clout chasers, all these different things, right? While these guys got to pretend that they were saving men's lives and helping the world, right? We were telling you the truth, but we still ate shit for it. No, there are people out here who are already doing this, lady. Okay. Right. There are people already doing this stuff, but it's just that there's way too many idiots in this world than we can help. I'm just being real. There are too many morons out there, right? And it was a shock to me as well. I had no idea. That's why I keep telling you on the show. Why is the hardest thing out there to convince somebody that they've been fooled? Why is that so hard, right? Why they look at us and then say we're the ones trying to lie, but we've been telling the truth. So yes, I hope you learned your lesson. But unfortunately, now that you're on the truth side, what often happens is people don't listen to you no more because you're no longer towing the line, right? And it just sucks. But honey, welcome to the club. We've been dealing with this shit, but it just sucks, right? Because this is what they do. So she says, I've suffered many days before I decided to tell everyone what happened. I need to help other girls to know his true color. And ladies, please protect yourselves. Yeah, wear rubber, please, right? So so here's part of the text here. So she says, I hope you have all the money for your children's support. So he goes in and says, nobody cares about your money because he's saying I don't have money because we read the top part of this. And then he says, good. Also, I don't want to raise a kid. He says, also, I know you don't want to raise a kid by yourself. How would you know? How would you know? She's telling you what she wants. She's telling you she wants to keep the baby. What do you mean? You know she doesn't want to raise a kid by herself. Are you nonchalantly telling her that to try to encourage her further to get an abortion? Is that your plan to make her feel as though, oh man, this daunting task of raising a baby by myself, you know what? Maybe he's right. Let me just go get an abortion. Bro, you're a scumbag. I can't stop saying it, but you're even, like, honestly, as crazy as Myron talks, you know, bro, you're a horrible person. And you know what's crazy, chat? Everyone always says that Fresh is the nice one. Everybody always says that Fresh was the nice guy. right? And remember, I've been telling y'all, don't believe that. Anything anybody says nice, don't believe that shit. It's all an act. If they're not honest with you from the get-go and you can't tell that they're honest, don't you watch them with a side eye. Watch them. Because I always, the way I get good vibes from people is if they're honest with me, right? And you could tell an honest person because they don't really hold things back. They let what's on their mind be known. And I'm sure most of y'all in the chat will prefer a person who speaks their mind than someone who, it's all passive aggressive and they're smiling in your face, but they know that they're deep down, they're hiding something. Oftentimes, it's something against you. This is what we've been telling y'all, bro. So he's doing this nonsense. Oh, you don't want to raise a kid by yourself, do you? Do you? I mean, who wants to raise a kid by themselves? No, she does. She's ready for it. He says, you need a man that's going to be there with you. We aren't even together. Forget the money part. Look what he said. You going to preach red pill talking points with her? You going to try to use an opportunity like this to preach red pill talking points to her? Talking about you need a man that's going to be there with you. Nigga, it's your baby. What is this? Yo, what is this? You need a man, nigga. What are you saying? You not one? Because now we're starting to make sense. Because you clearly not a man. You're telling her you need a man that's gonna be with you, but yet you're a man. So let me get this straight. You're willing to be there to make the baby, but no, it's okay. Let another man. No, please. You need to be with a man who's willing, who's going to stay with the baby, all right? Or you need to have a baby with a guy who's going to stay with you, right? This is horrible. And he says, forget the money part. She says, I want to keep the baby. I will raise it by myself, but you will have to take the responsibility. I don't need a man. Uh-oh. Y'all hear how this is how these phrases come through, right? When the men out here on these pill poppers talking about, oh, these feminism, always running around saying they don't need a man. I wonder where that statement came from. Oh, we're looking at it right here, huh? A woman that was perfectly fine, ready to start a family and settle down, right? She's at that age. She wants to do it the right way, okay? She finds a guy she thought she was in love with, and then now that she realizes his true color, she's like, I don't need a man now. So again, the reason why I'm spending time on this, chat, is because a lot of this stuff that we see between the gender wars, right? It's not something that's sprouted out of nowhere. Okay, so when you hear men online try to act like they have no accountability in this, they're wrong. They are wrong. When they talk about, oh, feminism, no. It's men that cause this. The men like Myron, men like Walter, the guys that so quote unquote want to be good guys. No, they're the ones who are causing these problems. So when a woman says, I don't need a man, it's literally word for word right here in your face. She just became a feminist. All right. Whatever she was before. Maybe she was before, right? But now she's going full blown the other way. Because now she how is she even going to trust a man now? Right? Now let's say further down the future when she, gets accustomed to having a baby, and let's say she runs into another guy. How is she going to trust that man? Right? When the man tells her he loves her, when the man tells her he's not going to cheat or do any of that stuff, how is she going to trust him? She has no choice but to beat him over the head with the past guy's baggage. And that past guy is you. So the next guy she's going to run into, guess what? He's going to have to deal with your baggage. Isn't that the shit y'all complain about? Isn't it? Myron, you talk about this. Oh, when a woman is dealing with you, yeah, she's always thinking about her ex and the baggage, right? What is this? What is this? Let's continue, right? So the last piece of this here is Fresh then saying, why would you want a kid with someone like me? Makes no sense, but okay. What? Yo, this is bad. Yo, Fresh, you a real scumbag. Wait, you telling me that you purposely have sex with her, you nut in her raw, and then when you have a baby, aka the consequences of nutting in a girl raw, you turn around and look at her and say, well, why would you even want to have a kid with someone like me? I mean, why would you even want to have a kid with someone like me? I mean, come on. Like, are you stupid? He's looking at her like she's the clown. I mean, she is. Don't get me wrong, lady. Like, this is you got to take responsibility in this too, because it does take two to tango. But just the words coming out of Fresh's mouth. Why would you want to want a kid with someone like me? This is supposed to be a nice guy. Everybody says, hey, if Myron's a douchebag, at least Myron's honest, right? He's honest about being a douchebag. Fine. I can respect that. I mean, frankly, that's why, Myron gets the respects he gets, because he's upfront about his douchebaggery, okay? Fresh, everyone usually says he's a nice guy, but look at what happens when the mask falls off. Look at this, right? Then she says, because I am not a killer. And when I was with you, I loved you. Damn. Chat. Bro, she says, I am not a killer. Because, abortion is murder. Right, Fresh? So why would you want her to kill the baby? The love that you made. Because, and again, she's being honest. She's saying, when I had this is the baby birth from love. It's going to be hard for her to terminate it because it was genuine. Right? Sometimes there are people out here who have kids that have no business having kids, right? They don't love them kids, right? Because some kids were born out of situations that weren't loving. Here's a situation that was loving, at least to her. And honestly, you can't blame her because you fed into that. You said you wanted to have kids with her. You said you were in love with her. You brought her to your home country to see your moms. This shit adds up. So then she says, because I only realized now I was with the wrong person and you lied to me. Does this make sense? I thought you were smart. Say less. You thought wrong, honey. This guy is not smart. He is completely stupid, okay? Dumb enough to get 4 other girls pregnant. I wouldn't call that smart at all. I would call that an idiot, okay? An idiot, right? Let's continue. He says, I didn't lie to you. It's not about being a killer. It's about doing what's best for us. Whoa, 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 whoa. And also a child. Well, I'm sorry, it's not going to be a child if you kill it. Now, is it? We mean what's best for us and what's best for the child. The child doesn't have a say in this. It's still in the womb, right? So you lied because you told her you wanted the kids. You fed her all this bullshit. And then when the anchor meets the road, you're running away. Now you're saying it's doing what's best for us? No, doing what's best for us would have been not nutting inside of her. That's what would have been best for us. Okay, because then you would have saved her the problem of getting pregnant and dealing with this bullshit, and you would have saved yourself the asshole of revealing yourself to be a fucking monster. That's what it is. But no, because you were selfish and you wanted to think about your own pleasure, okay, you thought, why not just finish inside her? It feels better that way, right? And you did this multiple times, over and over and over again, till the consequences is going to be staring in front of you, in your face, directly, 9 months from now. I mean, this is crazy. And he said, oh, look at this. He says it would be very selfish to bring a kid into this world without fully committed parents. Nigga, you knew you weren't going to be committed, but you still made a baby. You still nutted in her. You were selfish. He then says, neither of us are ready to deal with something like this. Are you high? She's telling you she's ready, right? She's telling you she's ready. Because I've dealt with girls who are not trying to have kids, and they not playing. They are not playing. Sometimes they got the patch, or some of them they got the IUD, or some of them they'll just flat out make you wear a condom, right? Because they're not trying to have kids right now. So when a woman is not trying to have kids, she's very proactive about that. So you can see that. When a woman is trying to have kids, that's also something you can clearly see, right? Again, you can't act like you were trapped, Fresh, or she tried to trap you. You were complicit in this behavior, right? So then she says, it's selfish to make me pregnant and left me and lied to me. She's right. I'm not selfish. You are. She's also right. She says, you should worry about the 4 other girls you fucked with now. Learn from your lesson because I learned mine from you. All right. Now, some of y'all might be thinking, Duke, I mean, look, you're reading this off of a Reddit page. Okay. We can't even tell if this is real. How do we know if this is real? Okay. We don't know. All right. For all we know, this could be like a fake. Okay. This is be another ploy by the Matrix to try to discredit guys like Fresh and Fit who love to tell the truth. And you know what? Okay, fine. Because this could be similar to that jewelry scenario where Fresh was denying that he didn't pay for it or he wasn't simping, right? And we couldn't tell because all we had were screenshots, right? And all I read to you guys thus far were so far screenshots, right? So how about we get into some audio, right? More specifically, audio between Fresh and Daisy talking about this very same scenario. Let's get it.
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
Because I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then it's, oh, wow. Like,
so just think about it. It's meant to be. God wants you to have the baby.
I almost forgot. Fresh is a Christian, right? He always quotes Bible. He always talks about the, what the Bible says, right? Right? This is going to be a sign. She's telling you God wants this baby. I'm going to have this baby. You can't. What? So you're only a Christian because you're paying lip service to it now, Fresh? I told y'all. What I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all, bro. What did I say? This Christian bullshit, this religion. Anytime you see an influencer talk about religion and all that bullshit, it's all for show. It's all for show. One of these pill pop, it's all for show. They don't mean it. Okay, whenever he brings up Jesus or brings up God and tries to use that against women, look what he's doing. He's trying to kill a baby. You're trying to kill a baby, Fresh. That's not godly like of you. That's not Christian like of you. You sound like some of these scumbags out here that just use religion when it suits you, right? See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like that's why I'm honest. I'm like I'm not religious. That's just not it, right? That's where y'all can't hold me to no goddamn standards about that because I'm not it, right? And I could say that's vast majority of Americans out there, right? But then again, the people who do claim to be religious, especially the ones you see online, look at their pattern of behaviors. It doesn't work out. A lot of things they do and say, looking behind the scenes, is completely the opposite, right? Let's continue.
Definitely not.
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean? Well, now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Damn. She said, now that I think about it, listen, you've been in relationships for 7 years. You've been dating all kinds of women, nutting up in them raw, right? And you haven't had kids, right? But now you've been having sex with me for a month and I'm pregnant. So clearly this is God, right? And now that you're about to make me terminate this miracle that God have given us, doesn't that make you a sinner? No, it makes him a sinner. It makes him a profound sinner. But you're about to find out Fresh doesn't actually believe in God, okay? None of these people actually believe in God, okay? It's just a gimmick. It's a grift.
Well, we already sinned by having sex.
There we go.
But it's too late now, But honestly, all right?
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No.
What do you mean? Aren't y'all the guys that say abortion is murder? Right? So what hold up. What do you mean? So all of a sudden it's not murder to get her. First of all, she can't take the pill. The pill's not going to work a month later. Okay, it doesn't work. It's the morning after pill, meaning the morning after you did your deed. Okay, not the month after. That's not how that works. You're looking at abortion now. This is what we're doing, right? This is the case that you guys are railing against when women talk about this. Hey, they're taking our abortion rights away in Florida and all these different things, right? Y'all are saying, yeah, good. Good for you, Ron DeSantis. You do what's going on. But the women know why they're doing this, right? Because they're knowing that they're dealing with men just like this and they need an avenue. But what do these guys do? They use religion. Religion is the main thing they use. Well, no, it's again, abortion is sin. You can't do this, right? They use religion. And we're not just even saying this because of the podcast. Politics as well, right? When Ron DeSantis does this, you think if he gets a girl, one of his mistress pregnant, he's not going to want an abortion? But yet he's going to ban abortion for the state. But no. If it happens to them, no, we got to find a way, right? Again, it's the hypocrisy we talk about. There's no nuance here. These guys want votes. These guys want influencer brownie points from their stupid audiences. And that's what it is. But ultimately, they don't have to live the realities that normal people have to live through, especially when they run into scumbags like this. Because I'm going to tell you this, there are plenty of fresh all around us. They don't just have Fresh's they don't have Fresh's money and clout, but they're out there. Some of them are just average, right? Making these women single mothers. So why wouldn't we want more options out there? Because clearly Fresh is in support of it. And I'm sorry, isn't Fresh in Miami where Ron DeSantis is at? Now things are starting to make a lot of sense. I told you, these right-wingers, they piss me off so much as the left wing too as well. And I'm not talking about the normal classical liberal type of guys. I'm talking about the hinge far left and far right. I told y'all are the same people. The same people. They just piss me off so much because, again, when push comes to shove, they don't want any part of the laws they're advocating for. But the left always does that. They put laws out that we don't want. What are y'all doing right now? Like, this is crazy. Like, you're a liberal, Fresh. This is welcome to being a liberal, bruh. All right. I guess you're an abortion supporter now, huh? I guess you are.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
There it is.
You know,
at least she's about her faith.
Not killing. Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing. Well, why did I do anything to you?
Nothing?
Why did I do anything to you?
No, I know. So, like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, she fine. Like, you had a baby with this, she fine. What's up? You're in your mid-30s now, Fresh. What's up? Right? I mean, isn't this what you preach? Now it's time for you to live what you preach. Lock it down. Be a man. Be married. Right? Get married. It's time to do it. It's time to take the next step, right? I mean, what's wrong with her?
I mean, if you go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And you heard it right there. Fresh just admitted that he wanted an abortion. He just said it. The good old Christian guy over here who's been telling us that God is angry at this and God is angry at that, now wants to do the thing that God is angry at, which is an abortion. And the way he's justified, oh, we're already sinning by having sex anyways. Fuck you. You know what the hell you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. They don't believe in God. God is convenient for them. It's convenient. Let's play that again.
To the doctor.
I mean, if you go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
That's I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then it's like, oh wow, like.
And that's pretty much it, right? He's like, oh, well, there's no way that was true. But I was like, oh, I guess it is true. Yeah. I mean, do you not? This is why they should have more sex ed in schools, right? So guys like Fresh don't miss the boat next time, right? Because again, we got guys like him creating more single moms out there. There are 4 other women this is happening to, right? So speaking of which, you would think that would be the end, right? But no, it's not. So there's this channel called JSTLK. All right, I'm gonna show it up here. You guys need to go subscribe to this channel. Now, I admit this is the only video I've seen of this channel because I had to figure out. Someone was telling me the Just Tree did an interview, but I couldn't find the interview. I was like, where is the actual full video? Here it is, right here, right. So if you go down, that's the channel right there. Let's give them some subs, guys. Let's jump in there and support the channel. But yeah, so they're basically right at this point right here in this live stream. Fresh's girlfriend jumps on there, and she starts doing a tell-all. She starts breaking it all down, okay? And it was partially sad, hilarious, and just damn right frustrating. Let's get to it.
Okay, I'm just gonna move her in. I don't know what to do, guys. So we'll just see. This could be just pure troll. Okay. Stream chat. It's her Instagram. I realize it's her Instagram, bro, but that's crazy. Okay, hold on. Hello,
Hi.
Daisy.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Daisy.
How's it going?
Kind of shit. No.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if you know anything about us, but we were just tuning into your sort of stuff going on with Fresh. Last we saw, you kind of posted some of that phone call. Have you posted any more of that phone call yet?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because
Is that
it's
pretty
like
much-
a 37 minutes phone call, and I don't want to post it all.
Okay, just for the sake of clarity here, let me ask, what's your best case scenario in this situation? What are we hoping for here? Are we hoping that he kind of turns around and maybe
No.
reevaluate?
I don't expect him to come around because I don't need this man in my life, and I knew he's a trash. So the reason why I'm posting this is because I want everybody to know that he is a liar and he's a cheater. Maybe he's a scammer, as how he behaved right now on the show after I posted everything. He's making a joke about it. Like,
well, he said he didn't have any money, right? He said he didn't have any money, he wouldn't be able to get any money. So where did all his money go?
I don't care about the money. The thing is, I want him to behave like a man. Like, he didn't even offer me to, like, oh, baby, if you don't want to, we're not together, you don't want the baby, I can help you, take you to the hospital, taking care of the medical stuff.
Just step up overall, yeah.
None of that. That's the reason why I got pissed.
Damn.
Okay.
And I'm an adult. I can accept the breakup. But the thing is, we planned for this baby and he knew it. I'm not that stupid. I'm not 18. Yeah, he knew it. We always been talking about the baby. Since day one, he asked me, what if you get pregnant? I told him directly, I would keep this baby because I am in love with you. And I don't
Again, she was honest. Saying, what if we get pregnant? If she's telling you she's going to keep the baby, you can't say this was a surprise, Fresh. This is not a surprise. She was honest. She told you, if you get me pregnant, I am keeping the baby. Now, if I was having an honest conversation with my woman and she tells me, hey, listen, I know you're not ready for a kid, but if you decide this is the route you're going to go, I just so you know, if I get pregnant, I'm keeping it. Guess what? I'm wrapping it up every single time because if I know I'm not ready, why risk it? Why risk it? She already told me she's being honest. Okay, fine. We're doing this, right? But yet here you are, dumb as hell, selfish as all hell, because all you cared about was that nightly pleasure that you wanted. So you did it anyways, even though you knew what her answer would be. Now that the shovels met the road, okay, now all of a sudden you're like, what? I was expecting you to have a baby. What? Wait a minute. What? How did this happen? I couldn't believe it, but now it's like, wow, what? Come on. Really, Fresh? You're not that stupid. You're really not that stupid. This is crazy.
I've never get pregnant before.
Yeah.
So if I'm pregnant, I'm definitely going to keep the baby.
And that's like 100% you've decided that you are keeping this baby regardless of what he does?
I told him that this is what he noticed. He know the information from me. And he asked me many times, like, and he told me many times, you're going to be the baby's mother. You don't, because I smoke vape. He always take my vape away. He's like, I want you
playing the daddy role. So you playing it. You see, you're feeding into this, Fresh. You are just as culpable as she is. You were feeding into this. Because trust me, if she got the vibes that you weren't trying to be a dad, she probably would have been a little bit more upfront about you not nutting in her, bro. Just being real. But because she felt that you guys were in love because you were playing the house over here, this is what she thought. You were feeding her this bullshit, dude.
You to be healthy. You're going to be my baby's mother. What if you get pregnant? And even a week ago when I was at his house, he was like, I don't want to rent an apartment anymore. I want to buy the house instead because it's better for us for the future. And what if you get pregnant? He keeps saying that every day to me. So that means he's admitted.
Well, you also said that he introduced you to his mom and his whole family, right? When you guys went to Barbados?
His entire family. we spoke for 2 months when I was in China. We were in a long distance relationship. And then he decided to take me to Barbados. And I asked him, what's the purpose for the visit? He said, because he wants to show me his family, like where he grew up. And also he wants to take the Barbados passport because he want to travel to China. Because for Barbados passport, he doesn't need a visa.
Wait, what? Wait, is Fresh a citizen? Because you should have an American passport and you can fly wherever you want, right? Unless he's not a citizen. Hey, deport his ass right now. Deport his ass right now. He over out here making, costing taxpayers money and making more single mamas out here. No. Hey, if he's not a citizen, deport that nigga right now. Send his ass back to Barbados. Well, I just realized that. Because what you mean you got to go to Barbados to get a pass? You should already have a U.S. passport, right? I mean, and first of all, like, how did you leave Barbados without your passport? Something's not right. Something not making it. What? Like, what? That don't even make any sense, bro. Unless you have like a permanent residency card. Can you still get deported as a permanent resident? Can we deport him? Just get him out of here. Get him out of here. We don't need him. All right, we don't need more men out here making single mamas in this country. Get him out of here. But you're feeding into this, dude. Okay, the only girl I've ever taken to see my mom ended up becoming my wife. All right, yeah, we split up and everything like that. But that goes to show you, men, we take that seriously. We're not just bringing any girl that we're not serious with to our mothers and fathers until we know for a fact that this is the girl we want to be with. Until we're both and we're making that decision that this is what it is, then we go home. That's like me. If I want to, like, if I take a girl to Nigeria to see my family, I'm serious with her. Okay, you are playing games. So you are pretending to be serious with her because there's a reason she's asking these questions. But this whole time, it was just a game to you. Well, congratulations. Now you're really about to really start the game, motherfucker. Player 2. I hope you're ready.
So how can I not trusting like all of these? You know, he did like making efforts. Like,
congratulations, Daisy, on your.
For me, it was like everything was pretty like real for me.
Yeah.
When did you start to sense things were off with him?
About a week ago, he told me he decided not to rent the apartment as he promised. The reason why I want my own space is because I knew he wanted to see other girls, and his job, because of what he does, obviously he's going to like deal with other women, associate with other women, which is fine for me. We had an agreement, you know, on that. And I know all men, you know, to become successful, they wouldn't want to be with just one woman. And I told him, as long as I'm the man, that's fine with me. Just use protection. Don't bring me disease.
It's too late for that. What are you talking about? This guy literally brags about having herpes on his streams. Like, it's too late for that. He's not. He's clearly not protected. He's not wearing protection whatsoever. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of girls right now that or have that itch that they can't scratch. Can we lock him up? Just get him out of here, bro. Get him away from Miami, back to Barbados. Okay, lock him up over there. All right, we don't need him over here. We don't, like, bro. Like, what is this? Is this what it is? You come to mainland and then this is how you behave? Really, dog? Really? Is this how it is? Just go settle back over there in the islands, okay? Just be over there, right? Because it is what it is. But you come over here, you're doing this. It's crazy, bro. Like, how like, again, how can you even try to play the morality card on everybody if this is how you really are? This is crazy.
And he agrees with that. And then he told me he doesn't want to rent the apartment. And then he started telling me, oh, he needs space. He said his Instagram is down. And he said, maybe he cannot take care of me. When he's not even like taking care of me, like I literally did my own stuff, you know?
Okay, let's say tomorrow, right? He, after saying all of this, after making the jokes on the show and everything, let's say he turns around and he's like, hey, you know what? I kind of behave like a dick and douchebag. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to step up. would you kind of let him, or is that bridge kind of already burned? Is that like gone, that opportunity?
No, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
He for me, he's nothing to me right now.
Okay. And in the future, right? If the child decides that they, want to meet their dad and wants to be an active part of their life, is that like something that you'd be super positive with? Is that like something that you probably like, I'm not so sure.
No. He cannot see the child.
He cannot see the child. Okay.
Yeah, because he's not acting like a dad.
Sure,
He's
of course.
acting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
he's laughing about it.
Now,
Look at
this. Listen to this. She doesn't even want him to be part of the kid's life. So you definitely creating a single mom out here. Bro, you definitely are creating a single mother situation. She doesn't even want you. You fucked up so bad. Now you're not even a part of your kid's life. So y'all over here talking about a father and mother need to be that. She doesn't even want you there because right now the behaviors you're displaying, it's not father material, right? And she might have a point because you grow up and then the kid may have resentment and things like that, because there's no love there because you never really loved her, which is crazy. Somebody said, Duke, learn geography by Barbados is part. No, Barbados is a commonwealth. Okay, what are you talking about? They're independent. Yeah, they're part of America, but it's a commonwealth. Just like Nigeria is part of the Commonwealth of the UK. It's not like Nigeria is a UK country, right? It's not that we're part of the UK. It's just you're part of the Commonwealth, right? So you get the economy, the dollars, all that stuff flows, but they're not officially American. Like they're not an American state. What are you talking about? I don't. Y'all people, bro. Y'all are hilarious.
What this guy's saying is, let's say he realized tomorrow. Let's say it come to Jesus moment. He realizes, oh, I was actually being a terrible person. Let's say he realizes that and he says, you know what? We're going to do this together. I know he won't. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if he decided to actually live his values and be a Christian man in this world and take care of his kids, if he decided that, would you let him see his kid? You would, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Damn.
Jesus. I wouldn't. Because what did he do? What did he do for this kid? He doesn't even want this kid. He wants me to take the pill. He didn't even want to talk to me. I talked to him. I said, because I was afraid maybe like he was questioning me about the pregnancy test, that I was trapping him. So I went to the hospital. I did a blood test that came out. I sent it to him to make sure I'm not trapping him. And before that, he didn't talk to me. He didn't ask me how I am, how's my situation. He just like kind of kicked me out. He kicked me out from his apartment. I had to I booked my ticket and I came to New York. That was it. I didn't do anything wrong in this relationship. The fact is I did a lot. And everybody was like, oh, he's paying you. He doesn't pay me.
Okay. Let me ask this. In the future, if your child decides that they want, even at an early age, to get to know their dad, for the sake of like your child, right? Would you consider being supportive of that? Or would you be like, nope, your dad wasn't there. He's an asshole. Fuck this, fuck that. What would be the case here if it was the child asking to get to know their dad?
Well, if it's legally, I don't have to, my child doesn't have to see him, then I won't.
Wow, this is bad. This is really bad.
But I'm not sure right now. I don't have a indecision right now what to do about this baby because I don't know. I'm not sure.
Can I ask you, whose idea was it to come to Miami here?
What?
Whose idea was it for you to? Javier Pierre says Barbados is not part of any country. They're independent since November 1968. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Exactly. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Barbados does not, bro. I'm pretty sure I would have. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not. They were okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the UK. I didn't even. Okay, that I didn't know. Right, but yeah, I know for a fact they're not a US. They're not a US. They're an independent thing, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, why would he? Again, he's saying that he needs his passport. Like, that's why I thought, okay, you would need if you have an American passport, right? You're pretty much fine. Maybe to go to China, probably. Okay, maybe you need a Barbados passport, I guess. But if you're a citizen, because you have to be a citizen to get an American passport. So you wouldn't really, I mean, unless he's a dual citizen, which it doesn't sound like he is. Okay, but Barbados is not. It's not America, bro. It's not America at all.
To move to Miami, was it something you came to together? Or was it
Whose
your idea to go move? Yeah.
So I posted on my story that before, like, I spent the New Year with him, right? And before I travel back to China, he asked me, like, what's my plan? And he told me, first he had a conversation with me that he was really serious with me and he sees me as a future, something that he can have a future with, like someone. And I told him, well, if that's the case, and I really like him here and I can move here. Yeah, that's something we decided together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I ask you, so if you wanted to, be together with him, start a family with him, did you ever talk to him about not doing the whole, multiple women with one guy thing? Were you concerned about the fact that he was seeing and having sex with a bunch of other women on the side, or?
I wasn't concerned because he always told me, I only want you, you're the only one. Like, he never admitted that he's...
Again, nice guys are just men who are afraid to be honest, okay? Because if he was honest, you say, hey, I like you, you're really great, but I'm seeing other people right now, all right? And, I really love, like time I'm spending with you, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to make that full-on commitment with you just yet. If she's a real one, she'll accept it or not accept it and move on, right? Be honest. And sometimes she accepts it, fine. All right. And then she knows what the game is. But you, on the other hand, are not even doing any of that. You are actually actively putting that image in her mind that you and her are a couple. Matter of fact, you're making it seem like she's the only one for you. You're not understanding what that means to a woman when you're saying that. Again, women fall in love with the things that you hear. So you're admitting that they hear. So you're admitting that you're purposely saying these good lies, right? Because Kevin Samuel plays that song all the time. Good lies, right? But the whole point of that was to kind of symbolize, oh yeah, these women, they just love hearing these good lies. But we never talk about the men that feed them that bullshit to begin with. She believed the good lies because that's what cowards, men who pretend to be nice guys because they're too goddamn afraid to be honest, that's what they do. They promote good lies because that's the only way they know how to keep a woman without having to commit to her. This is sick. You're playing games with people. This is how women put false allegations against you. This is how they fucking get so mad that they wreck your life and take you for everything you have. Then you come online complaining that a woman did you dirty, not mentioning the fact that this is what you were doing. Again, it takes two to tango. A lot of these shit or the scenario, it's not just random, bruh.
Sleeping with other women until today. And I don't want to think about it because I knew, like, every guy does that anyway, And plus, that's what he does. So I respect him. And he posted me. He kind of made it official. So I'm like, okay, he does take me seriously. So I didn't care about what's happening outside, and I don't really pay attention about his show and what is he talking about. Only recently I've been taking, like, his haters been texting me. I never believed him, believed his haters.
And again, this is where you drew the short stick on. All right, because again, these guys, they programmed their audience so well and people around them so well to believe that anyone that levies criticism is instantly a hater. So you were an adult in this, lady. You again, it takes two to tango. So don't act like you were just, oh my God, I'm so this naive girl that got duped. No, because even you just admitted there were people around you telling you that this guy is a scumbag. Watch out, right? But you didn't believe it. I get it. I get it. You wanted to be loyal to your man because you were in love with them. I understand that. But don't sit there and act like, oh my goodness, like they just came out of nowhere, because it didn't, honey. It didn't come out of nowhere. People are saying this channel's been around for a long time. There are multiple other channels better than me that are calling these people out. I'm sure you've known, right? Because a lot of people talk, even their fans now are calling them out. You should have known, okay? And sometimes maybe let's say you still want to stand by your man, but at least heed those warnings, right? At least take it into consideration, okay? Just say, okay, let me at least listen to what these people are saying and then learn how to move properly, right? But then again, it's tough. I get it. I get it, but listen, unless you were completely not even trying to get to know the situation, this ain't the first time that Fresh has been doing these shenanigans. Okay, the biggest one up until then was Miranda. That was huge. Okay, y'all don't remember? Y'all remember Miranda, right? Y'all, yo, chat, put a one if you remember that whole saga, the Fresh and Miranda saga. Right? We thought he was in love with her. She was walking his dog. Okay, after all that exposure happened, listen, he even admitted to her that he slept with over 1,000 girls and he has STDs. He admitted to her, right? And apparently, I don't know what's cool with people having herpes and just having unprotected sex. Like, I don't know what's cool about that, or what's not cool about that. But I don't care, bro. It's not right. Like, bro's got that itch, dog, and lady, you probably got it too. I'm just being real. So you should do a lot more than a blood test or a pregnancy test. I'd get an STD test in addition to that.
Always trusted him and supported him.
Okay. So are you saying, did you ask him if he's seeing other women and he told you no, or did you just never ask him if he's seeing other women?
I asked him. I always make joke or make fun about this. Like, okay, this girl is good looking. Like at his show, I'm like, he could be good for you. And he's like, no, I'm okay. He's like, I'm okay. He also told me like, I wish you were here. I wish you were here. And when he's on a boat party, I was asking him like, did you just have like a boat party sex? He's like, no. I was thinking about you.
Liar.
I mean, I knew that sometimes he's like just covering it, but for me, it was okay, because I knew he's not just dating just one woman, and I noticed that. I don't want to change who he is because I was trying my best to keep him.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
crazy. So she like, hey, listen, I'm cool with you just doing what you got to do. Just don't lie to me. And he still lied to her. So she knows that you have a job where you're around women all the time, and she's also willing to accept that sometimes you might slip up and have sex with one of them or two of them or whatever. So, but she's okay with that as long as she's the main girl, right? So it seems like you hit the jackpot. She's beautiful, she's fit, she's friendly, right? She checks all the boxes. She makes her own money from the looks of it because she's not asking you for nothing. She buys your mom's gifts. You got the full package here, but yet it seems like the person who's not marriage eligible or ready right now is the man, the so-called high-value man. He's the one that's not ready. He's the one that's not eligible, right? So what's the point? Right? What's the point of being high value chasing the bag so you can be a kid all your life? Is that what it is? Because then fine, it is what it is. But then stop preaching about women that need to be traditional because you're not checking for them right now. And you got to be honest about that. But this is what I'm seeing, Chad. Are you seeing the same thing? Because it's making sense to me. Yo, shout out to John. I'm just now getting to the super chat, so I'm going to shout out to John. So I'm like, oh, damn. I posted this a while ago. No, shout out to you. It says, damn, during work, tell Jumbie to cook this nigga for me. Shout out to brother Jumbie too, by the way. He says, I'll catch the highlight reel. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, brother. CD with the 10. CD says, Duke, are you telling me a so-called conservative wants an abortion? Wow, this is the first I've ever seen a red pill dude be a hypocrite. Insert sarcasm here. Facts. This is what I don't like with this politics shit. I don't trust it, right? All these guys are just useful idiots, okay? At the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, why are conservatives going so hard against this abortion thing? Because I can count off multiple conservatives that could probably would probably, if the scenario was reversed and it was them involved, they would want an abortion immediately. The thing is, it's just lip service. That's all they're doing. It's lip service to get votes because nothing really matters when you're in power. When you're in power, it's easy to hide all your bullshit. It's easy to cover up all of your bullshit and still pretend that you're for the people. That's how this shit works. And that's Fresh and Fit. They're playing the same game, right? Shout out to you. They're hypocrites. Yo, Francois with the 10-month membership. Yo, Francois, where have you been? Where have you been? I would have thought you would have been at the Rolo when I was roasting Rolo the other day. I didn't see you there. But shout out to Francois. I appreciate you being there. Oh, Francois again with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you. Francois says, fresh kryptonite or condoms. Yeah. Unfortunately. Let's continue. We'll get into some more super chats, but let's continue.
Along those lines, then, are you saying that you're 100% sure then that this is Walter's baby? You weren't like, he was stepping out, so you weren't stepping out at all yourself? Like, this is Fresh's baby?
Of course. What are you talking about? Let me tell you, on March 9th, that's how I traveled. Like, that's the date I traveled to Barbados. That's the first day we got together. And that's the day I just finished my period. Then from that day, since that day, I was with him every day. I stayed in his apartment until 25th of March. Until that day, I moved out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So wait, that was like a week or two? You've been there for like a week or two?
We've been together since 9th of March until 25th of March.
Okay.
Okay. And this is 100% his baby. I'm not seeing anyone, because if I'm in a relationship, I would never see anyone.
So she's loyal to him. It's his baby.
I can't move so quickly, just go fuck somebody else and get pregnant. That doesn't make sense.
That's fair.
Unless she's a super hoe, then in that case, Fresh was dating hoes. But in this case, it's not it. She's and I'm gonna be real. I kind of believe her. It kind of makes sense, right? You know, she moved all the way from China. You know, spent them live with you, had sex with you, and now she turns up pregnant. She did the blood test. It's your baby. She did the not the DNA test, the pregnancy test. It's your baby. So all roads are pointing back to Fresh, bro. You're not getting out of this. That's easy.
Are you saying, wait, you guys saw each other for like a couple weeks? I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just saying he introduced you to his mom in that short amount of time?
No, I met his mom last year on New Year's.
Oh, so it wasn't like an official, you guys were together and living. You're making a differentiation between when you lived together and when you guys first started dating.
Official last year during the New Year's, because I got exposed on his Yarcha party. And then things just got serious. He asked me to be his girl.
Oh, wow. Fresh. Really laying it on there, bud.
Asked me. I didn't. Because I always told him if it's just for fun, or I didn't even care. Like, before I met him, I was single. I didn't even care to be in a relationship. He asked me.
He asked you.
He asked me. One day he came to me. He was like, I love you. I'm like, wow, this is so fast.
It's so fast. It sounds like a red flag. Bro, it's not, bro. That love word don't come easy unless it's my daughter. And that love word does not come out easy. All right. Men who throw that shit fast, it's a game being played. They're playing games with you, because a real person who's trying to explore a real relationship with you, they're not going to instantly say, I love you. All right. They may have those feelings, right? But the fact that makes it real is the fact that they're probably not sure, and they're not going to take it there and say something when they're not sure about it. Because now you're going to introduce something else in the mix that shouldn't be in the mix, right? That's the thing. If you're out here saying, I love you, and you're a man, she's going to take your word as you really, really do love her. Right. And if she likes you or loves you back, now you're creating a scenario where you can't sit there and act surprised where she wants to keep the baby, because now you both love each other. This is crazy, bro. Yo, Anthony Reeves Jr. with the 5 says, what kind of stable man wants fresh life? Facts. Like, who wants to keep going to the freaking club at freaking 30 and, you know, out here partying? And they're like, dude, okay, fine. If that's what you want to do you, dog. But like, I'm telling you right now, it's not envious. Okay, some people just they like other things other than the typical stereotypical Instagram rapper or SoundCloud rapper lifestyle, where you're in the club flashing money, wearing big chains, driving Lambos. I mean, now come to think about it, they might actually be broke, right? That's what Fresh is trying to allude to. They might actually be broke, right? Dev with the 5. Dev says, conveniently, all the usual suspects are not talking. And I'm sure this is enough of their audience to start cooking them in all their shows. Yes. Listen, Rolo Tomasi is tied to this, so he's got to say something, or he needs to shut the fuck up, all right? Because he want to sit there and talk about Destiny all day. Talk about your buddy Fresh, because now it's not looking too good because he's a deadbeat douchebag, all right? Myron, you got to say something about this. MLD, you got to say something about this. Saint the Sinner, all of you weirdos, you got to say something to this now, because this is the largest platform in a red pill. I would actually go as far as to say they are the red pill at this point. Donnie Boy, if you don't say nothing, we already know you're a loser, so you don't matter. You're irrelevant. But still, y'all don't say nothing. This is the big yo chat. Once this woman has this kid, and let's say she still stays on social media, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Let's say she's the type of woman that's so scorned after what Fresh did that she's going to make it her duty to be one of them baby mamas that these guys complain about on social media. You know the types where they always talk about how ain't shit their baby daddy is, right? What if she decides to keep this behavior? You can't hide from this, right? Or you can do all the mental gymnastics you want to try to hide from this ass whooping and L you taking right here. But unless you call it out, y'all are gonna look like the spineless weirdos that you always be, not the strong men you pretend to be online. Just saying. Because that's what this is. You're absolutely right, Dev. M. Dot with the 5. M. Dot says, what are the chances Myron kicks Fresh off the pod? 0. I think the chances of them covering this up would be higher than Myron having let Fresh take accountability for this, right? They're going to try to sweep this under the rug. Matter of fact, I could even picture them shaming this woman. Right? I can see them doing that, probably calling her a liar and whatnot. Now, the reason why I'm hesitant to think that they're going to go that far is because if the baby does come and it's undeniable that that's his kid, it'd just make all the past clowning they were doing online, it'd just make him look so bad. They would look like the monsters that they actually are, right? That's what it is, because you were clowning this woman, you know, doing all this crazy thing, laughing at her online, and then come to find out that was actually your kid the entire time. Talk about a Maury show. Who needs a Maury show when reality is even better? Right? I mean, look at this shit unfolding in front of our eyes. No, he's not kicking Fresh off the podcast. That ain't happening. They're going to cover this up. We're not letting you cover this up. All right? Matter of fact, anybody who know her, send me her info, okay? Because I couldn't find her Instagram. I found another one, but the following didn't match. So I thought it was a scam Instagram account. So I don't know. I'm not too sure. But send me her info. Let's talk about it. I'll help you get it out there, because I know they watch this channel. They watch this channel all the time. They hate me. They absolutely hate me, and I love it, okay? Because the one thing that's a badge of honor for me is if scammers hate the things that I do, then fine. I'll take that on the chin. Let's continue.
He said to me, I love you. And he said, I don't want you to be with another man. You better don't be with another man. That's what he said.
Okay. There's one other person here I think wants to ask you a couple of questions. Sure, you have questions?
Hi,
for
Daisy.
Daisy here?
I saw your message where you said.
Wait, hold up. So, what is this Discord? Why is her avatar the only one looking mean when she talks, but everybody else is normal? Did she do this on purpose, or did they did that to her? Because they did that to her. They doing her dirty, bro. That's wild. Why y'all making her look angry, bro? Like that don't sit right with me. I don't like that. Unless she did this herself, okay? I don't know. I've never seen these avatars before.
Said you wanted to help other women share the information in reference to what him using you.
Yeah.
I just read all of your DMs. So it seems to me that, and I just want you to go by your instincts. It seems to me that he said he has 4 other women in order to get out of, in order to get you to have an abortion or take the morning after. Well, it's too late for the morning after pill. It seems like he's saying that to discuss you so that you can terminate the pregnancy. Do you really believe that he has other 4 women that he had unprotected sex with?
I actually do, because one woman just texted me, because she told me
it's happening. Now the women are banding together. Chat, we see this every time, especially when a Me Too allegation comes out, or one of these allegations come out against one of these high value men, right? One woman comes out, then every other woman starts to say, hey, he did that to me too. Me too, right? And all of a sudden, it starts to become a bigger thing, right? So Fresh, now all the women are coming together. They're like, yep, you know what? He did that to me too. This is about to be crazy. Gordon with the 2 says, yo, the next call-in show is about to be fire, if they're going to have one, right? That's if they're going to have one. But it would be. You best believe we covering that over here. Don with the 5. Don says, FNF has not only set humanity back, but here we go and called it. Fresh is not smart. Their followers are not smart. Those girls aren't smart. Well, LOL. Yeah, listen. And that's why I don't feel sorry for most of them, right? You can't feel sorry for them, especially the girls that get treated really bad on their show. It's like, First of all, you're acting like research don't exist. You can research their show and easily find how terrible they treat women. But you go on that show for a reason, and that's because there's money and clout involved. So that's why I'm not going to sit there and pretend that you didn't have anything to gain against this, because you did. You know, a lot of times these women are OnlyFans models. And what do you expect? When they go on these shows, their fans are the biggest OnlyFans subscribers out there. They will subscribe to the OnlyFans. So these women, they know they're going to make money off the back end on this, right? So again, they're all dumb. And the fans, that's the thing that worries me, right? The fact that they're that dumb, it's going to be easier for them to try to cover this up. That's why we're going to be going hard on this more than ever. We're not letting y'all slide with this one. You're not sliding with this one. Yo, shout out to Red Pill Examine. Bro, shout out to you, bro. If y'all don't know and are not currently subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Red Pill Examine's channel, because I can't find a bigger expose on Donnie Boy than what Red Pill Examine did, okay? This is a true. Hey, yo, yeah, this got to be the real channel, right? Mods, check it out, but I think this is a real channel, right? He exposed Donovan Sharp, and he exposed the link between Devin and her daughter, and with the court record. So listen, Red Pill Examine does good work. Go ahead and shout out to you. Better Call George. I see what you did there. Keep exposing them. Shout out to you for the 10. Can we get a dub in the chat for Better Call George? Let's get a dub in the chat for the super chat so far. I know I'm far behind the super chats, but chat, y'all understand I had to get through the main parts of the show. All right, now we're at the video section. We're getting through with the super chat, but I am behind for some of y'all who have. If I haven't read your super chat yet, I am like behind. But you already know how the show works. I'm reading all of them. All right, ain't no super chat escaping me. I'm reading all of them. Okay, but just in case, I am definitely behind.
Me, she was with him. She got invited from him to Miami on December. That's like that time we already met, but that time I was in New York, but we weren't official. So she said that she was invited to Miami and she was with him, and they used unprotectional. They had unprotectional sex.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
that was the only one girl you know that.
That's the only girl, because she liked my videos like days before, and I found out she posted something that she was in Fresh's bedroom, and I recognized that bedroom. So I asked Fresh, "What is this?" And he told me, yeah, she was with me for a few days. That was just for fun. So I was like, okay, because on December we weren't even together, we just know each other.
And did you ask if he had sex with her, and if so,
I didn't have to ask. She stayed with him for 3 days. Obviously, they had sex, and he invited her.
You are I was admiring you. I've been admiring you for a while, and I've talked about how wonderful you look. You're beautiful, banging body. What is it that you saw in him? Because to me, it appears to me physically that you're out of his league. So I guess I wanted to know, what did you see in him? Because we know what he saw in you.
Yeah, I know. What he sees me is, I know I'm not just only beautiful because I'm kind. I was taking care of his mom when his mom was in town.
I knew it. It's the innocence factor, bro. That's what it is. Because monsters like this love really kind, down-to-earth, journeyman girls, right? See, I told you, a lot of y'all, when y'all look at these fine-ass girls walking around here, y'all would just automatically assume they're stuck up. No, some of them are like the best things in the world. Like, they're the best women you could actually meet. Some of them are the most loyal. That's why, that's what I had to get through my head, right? Especially when I was younger, trying to, figure out, how these dudes getting these hot girls? Because I was sitting there thinking, these women, they're probably just bitchy as fuck. Because, and here's the thing, I've dealt with situations like that even before that, where I'd run to a baddie and she's got the worst attitude in the world. So you start to think, okay, maybe they're all like this, right? And it makes you a little hesitant, and but I had to work through it and say, they're not all like that. Sometimes you don't know. You might find that diamond there. She's just sweet, kind, down to earth. The problem is if the wrong man finds her, all right, they take advantage of that personality, because that's the kind of personality they're looking for. Why? Because it's easier to manipulate them. It's easier to take advantage of their goodness, right? Somebody that you barely know from a different nationality is coming out here, taking care of your mom, you know, treating her like that's her mom. And you guys aren't even an official couple like that. That's someone who's got a certain way of thinking, right? These are women that you men, quote unquote, want to get with and marry and lock down, right? Now we see how you guys really get down over here. You just want to use them for sex and dump them, right? And honestly, think about it. She's from China. What kind of message are you selling? Let's say if a Chinese girl was now thinking, hey, you know what? This guy, and I don't really care much about his looks or anything like that, but, you know, I like how nice he is. Maybe I should date him. They might think twice, like, oh, I don't know. You know, I've heard about those black dudes. I don't know. It's a stereotype, I know, but listen, my friend, she dated a black guy, and now she's a single mom. Just saying, right? I mean, let's just be real. I'm sorry, but you're making us all look bad here. And you're from Barbados. You from Barbados, bro. Like, shame on you, right? You rail against the statistic that you are perpetuating right now. You're just making us all look bad, bro. All right, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, we not all like that. not all black men, all right, because I gotta specify this here. All right, we're not all black men are like that. Okay, we just not it. We're not freshers out here. Okay, some men, you know, if they have a baby, they will like to keep the baby and keep a family, especially if it's with a gorgeous woman like you. Because again, you definitely look far from the norm when it comes to like the average out there. So you're different, right? Your body's banging. The industry you're in is different from what most typical girls in China would usually do. Okay, so it's definitely different. But here you are running into the same old problems that Western women and Western men are facing right now, by dealing with the Western man, right? Again, when these men are talking about, oh, the women are ruining the West, I tell you all the time, it's not that at all. It's the men doing it. And now they're going out to other countries, flying over, doing the same thing. Y'all niggas are going to fly out to these different countries, and you're doing the same thing to these women. How you blaming women for ruining the West, yet we're seeing a pattern of behavior here? You fly to the next country, or you deal with a different woman from a different nationality, all of a sudden, we're seeing exactly what you niggas are. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, bro. And it's true. You go to Brazil. What is that? Is it Austin Holman got kicked out? Look how he was treating the women over there. I mean, this is ridiculous. How much do you guys have to keep complaining before you realize you are the cause of these problems? Okay, I'm not saying all men, but think about it. Fresh just ruined it for a bunch of men out there. This is how a lot of guys who are actually decent, we get lumped in with the bunch. This is how we get lumped in with y'all. And then you got to be pissed off about this, because if you share the skin color with Fresh, you got to be pissed off. Because now he's lumping you in with the stereotype. We're part of the stereotype now, guys. And yeah, we want to get mad at this shit, but look what the fuck we're doing, Fresh. You want to sit there and shit on black culture? Look what the fuck you're doing, bro. Candace. Hey, Candace Owens. Hi. Hey, how you doing? You going to talk about this too? I saw you on Fresh and Fit a couple weeks ago. You going to talk about this too? Huh? You over here talking shit about OnlyFans models. What about the nigga over here? He's getting these women pregnant. I'm sorry, Chad. I just had to go in that for a second. I had to. The hypocrisy has reached a fever pitch. Okay? It's reached that pitch, and it can't go back. It cannot go back. Shout out to Don, says, she's responding to Red Pill Examine Super Chat. Says, our Red Pill Examine, Red Pill isn't a praxeology. Isn't that what Rolo says it is? It's a praxeology. Yo, M. Dot with the 5. M. Dot says, the Tate brothers and Fresh out here impregnating OnlyFans and IG models, yet Pearl is suggesting men not to date these women despite offering 9 acres. Hey, Pearl, are you going to say anything about this, you hypocrite? She's not. She's not, because she just made amends with Fresh and Fit. Why go back on her word now? She just made amends with Fresh and Fit. Why go back on her word now? No, she's going to continue to talk shit about single mamas. She's going to continue to talk shit about women without actually acknowledging the faults of men. This is why we have feminism, but just for men. That's what the Red Pill has become. You guys are the same sides or same coin, different sides. Okay, you all the same people. But yeah, Pearl's not going to say shit. She didn't say anything to Andrew Tate. You think she's going to say things to Myron or Fresh? No, she's too much of a wimp and too timid to do so. Okay, she's not gonna do it. Maybe she gets powerful enough, but I don't see that happening for a while. But it don't get it wrong, it will happen, but just not for a while. Okay, she's got a lot more to go. Better Call George says, shout out to you for the 5. Says she's equally as guilty as Fresh. I agree. From my experience, those hot model looking girls are experienced enough to see the man's bullshit through. Listen, I agree. I completely agree, because I'm sure she's been in relationships before this, right? I'm sure, right? And again, the problem is that when people are in love, it's harder for them to listen. Right. And I can't explain what love is. I don't know how to explain that shit. Okay. All I know is I've went through it. And when my homies were telling me stuff, I wasn't listening. Until I fell out of love. Right. So it's a chemical thing that happens that completely throws your logic out of whack. Okay. I definitely understand that part. Okay. I know. I knew even in that moment I should have been clearer. I should have known what I was doing, but I didn't, because I was in love, right? Again, I understand that, but I'm not taking accountability with it, because I was still an adult, right? It's the exact same thing here. I can't explain what love is, all right? It's just that thing that happens that make people not think. I've had homies that this happened to too as well, where I would sit there on the outside like, I don't understand why he doesn't see this. She's clearly no good for him. But then he doesn't see it until the relationship's over, right? And I'm sure I'm not around, women in when they're talking to each other and whatnot. But I'm sure when you guys are talking amongst each other, okay, you're probably talking to your girlfriends and like, hey girl, why you with that dude? He's no good for you, right? And the girl's probably not gonna listen to her friends because she's in love. That's how that shit works. I don't know. I don't understand it. I mean, we should know better, but sometimes we don't. We just don't. But yeah, you're right. She's not. I even said that before. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. Accountability, right? That's the thing. It goes both ways. I'm with you. Rafael Samano with the 2 says, bring on the show, Duke. Yo, anybody got her info? I'll reach out right now. Anybody? That'd piss off Fresh. I mean, think about it. That'd have pissed them off so bad. And she probably wouldn't even do it, bro. I'm telling you, yo, chat, they hate me. I'm proud of it, right? But they hate me. You guys don't understand how much it is, bro. I've gotten some shit behind the scenes where I know these guys do not like me at all. So I don't know if she'll do it. But yeah, if somebody has her info, send that to me. Or if she's listening or watching, hit me up via email. Or if you're, hit the chat up, and then I'll drop the link down if you're able to do it within the time frame of the show. But if not, let me know what her info is, because I don't think the Instagram she's got up there is real. I don't know. I think it's somebody else's Instagram, because it looks like somebody just made that account not too long ago. I had my boys check it out. It looked like that's a new account. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not. But it doesn't look like her original Instagram account. So maybe she took it down for some reason. I don't know. Matt Hari, shout out to you for the 14. He says, we'll see if Fresh really has a Lambo money for real. I'm starting to think they're not rich, chat. I'm starting to realize they're not rich. I think this has been a giant fake it till you make it game. Yeah, they've made a shit ton of money, but how much of that do you think they've spent? Now, I'm sure they have investments and all that stuff on the side, but that $1 million cash on hand liquid that they're bragging that they might have, I don't think they have it, bro. I think they're really been living on credit, if anything else. Muad'Dib with the 5. Shout out to Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib says, who picked them? Pick better. The next one, you should have known better to mess with a dark-skinned black guy, fresh and fit. Yeah. That's them. That's them. That's them for sure. The hypocrisy is real, bro. Moto with the 2 says Fresh Jr. on the way. Yeah, Fresh got a mini-me walking around here.
Like, I was being very nice to everybody. All of his friends liked me. I have a good personality. I'm confident. I'm independent. So he sees me in that. Maybe he sees me in that. That's my weakness. That's why he takes advantage of that. But what I see from him is, this is my first time in the state. Everything was new for me. I met him. I was like, I wasn't planning to meet him. I wasn't planning for that. And I went out with him one time. He was really fun, romantic. He knows exactly what I want. And he's very good at playing games. And he made it looks like real. It felt like real. I still couldn't believe that he just...
Is he the first serious relationship you've been in? Like, is he the first, like, have you ever been in a serious, like a really, really serious relationship on this level before?
Yeah, I did.
So she's had
how many times?
like one time.
So he was the second person you've been in a serious relationship like this on this level.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's the first person I actually wanted to have a kid with.
Wow.
What? Okay, I just want to, from woman to woman, I just want to understand if the fact that he wasn't like proposing to you or want marriage with you, why did you want to have a child with him?
Because I didn't care about the marriage. I never believed in marriage.
Oh.
So from my perspective is if I'm in love with a person, I don't mind. And if I see the person is very connected with me and we have good chemistry and personality and financially everything is good, then for me it's fine, you know.
So
And
it doesn't really. So I mean, her standards are pretty. They're pretty down to earth, right? They're pretty straightforward. I mean, she doesn't really care as long as you have, you know, a little bit of everything. That's fine, right? So she doesn't even give a fuck if, you get married to her, put a ring on it. She just wants you to love her as much as she loves you. I think that's a pretty simple thing to ask, right? Especially if you're out here playing these games. If you see her taking this seriously, I think it's time for you to either ask for what it is or just be straight up and say, I don't want this. I don't want what you want. Maybe you wouldn't have gotten this far. But again, these guys who claim they're nice guys aren't nice guys. They're just guys who are afraid to be honest. I'm going to keep saying this till the freaking cows come home, but it is true. When these guys say nice guys finish last, there's a reason. It's because you don't want to be honest. You're not nice. You're just not willing to do what the other guys are doing, which means being straightforward, being honest, going forward and letting the girls know what you want. Now, not saying those guys aren't liars themselves. No, I'm just saying the guys who quote unquote claim the stereotypical nice guys are not nice people. They're the worst. Sometimes even worse than guys who are honest, but they're just assholes. They're worse than that. That's the problem. Yo, Porsche 911 with the 10. Yo, can we get a W for Porsche 911? I haven't heard from you, bro. Where you been at? Right? Porsche says, bro, first of my bad, I was caught up in work. Let me know, because when we left off, we were talking about the job and whatnot, but I need to know where your next steps are. But so, yeah. Oh, he says, I forgot the email. Yeah, send me the email. All right, because we got to keep on top of this. And I'm sure I talked to you about the Discord that we're setting up here. So I want you to be a part of it, because I don't want you to give up on IT. I think that could be a very, very good career for you, especially if you're taking the time to get those credentials. He says, but this is just sad. These types of men are why feminists have been started and can't stand it. Yeah, this is what we've been saying the entire time. This is why feminism exists. Right? A lot of men try to act like it's something that came out of thin air, and we tell you, no, it's not. But y'all want to call us blue pillars. We're not blue pillars because we see this shit all the time in the real world. This shit happens all the damn time. Feminism started because of guys do dish like that, and other men excuse the behavior instead of calling it out. So we have men who excuse this poor behavior and women who are feeling like, okay, if the men aren't going to be accountable, we need to band together now. That's what you're seeing, right? So sometimes don't just blame the woman, because sometimes you got to take a look at the man, a closer look at the man. And I'm a man. That's what I'm saying. Right? I'm telling you right now. I know, bro. I've been on all sides of things. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been on all sides of things. I can tell you, because bro, right? I know how boys get down. All right. I used to be a boy too. All right. Now I'm a man. I don't play those games no more. It's childish, if anything, and just a waste of time. And you can get your one-way ticket to problems. Like, why would you want that? Right? Lay with the 2 says, let's get the chat likes up, please. Oh, support the content. Shout out to Lay. Yo, a like in the chat is a sponsorship for the show, because we don't have sponsors, but you guys, because I appreciate my audience. Like, you guys are awesome. Okay, so yeah, you guys are the sponsorship. So yeah, if you want to sponsor the show, just go ahead and leave a like. That's it. Appreciate y'all. CD with the 5. CD says, ironic how this modern woman is more traditional conservative than Mr. Red Pill is, huh? I told you. I told you so. Yeah, these guys are, when they say they want traditional women, it's code for we want hoes. Okay, that's always code for we want hoes, because they want cheap, easy access to sex. That's it. Okay, and the only reason why they're complaining is because the women they want, the IG models, aren't having sex with them. So they teach you this high value concept so you can be high value, so they can get these IG models to sleep with them. Or what they would then do is try to bring these women down to their level by trying to enforce or impose traditional women's standards on them. right? But on actuality, they don't want these traditional women because I told you guys all the time, these guys don't know what a good woman looks like, okay? If she was standing there in front of their face trying to, put a ring on it, they won't know what a good woman is, okay? Because they themselves are not good. This is what we tell you, okay? So we're not joking. Like, these guys, they want hoes. They want quick, easy access to sex with multiple different women. And what's even worse now, they've brought the religion grift part into it, which is, this is crazy, right? You got the sneakos talking about, oh yeah, I wanted 4 wives, so I became a Muslim. It's like, dude, really? I'm sure that's probably Andrew Tate's motivation too as well, but I think his was more to, get out of jail and or still have supporters while he's in jail. So again, I don't know. But again, when they start putting all these things together, it's a grift. Even the military now, you got a bunch of these guys who are grifting, right? You got these military grifters, these entrepreneurs, some of them who don't even have military backgrounds, getting a bunch of wannabe entrepreneurs to pay $18,000, okay, just to go into their freaking course to get yelled at and pretty much just this is crazy. Like, again, our young men, they're lost. They don't know what's up and what's down. They're falling for all these grifts. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. Shout out to CD.
He's not for me. Like, I never sees him as like he's a rich man, because like where I come from, I've seen so many rich people. I could have many choices. It's just a feeling that I'm with him. He made me so happy, and he's so romantic, and I liked his lifestyle. I guess that's why.
So when you when your identity was exposed to his audience, what did you think what he did as for work on his show, and the things that he said as a man about women, how he felt about women? Like, what did and of course the way his audience treated you, like, give me your impression on how did you feel about all of that?
I actually argued with him about this. Like, I was always telling him, Myron, something that Myron says on the show is not true. That the reason why he behaves like that, maybe he comes from a Muslim family. That's why. But he never, like, Fresh, he doesn't really speak on the show. So like, and
yeah, player fucking 2. That's what he is. He doesn't speak on the show. Yeah, because he's useless. That's why his fans are trying to figure out what his worth is, right? But yeah, so you're telling me they even have conversations about this, huh? Like, hey, yo, Fresh, Myron's capping, right? Well, what do you think? Fresh isn't gonna do anything. He's along for the ride. Okay, that's it. He's happy playing player 2 for now. Okay, and just going on with it. Why talk when he could just let Myron do all the stuff? And honestly, it's probably better off that way, because if you notice, every time Fresh opens his mouth, something stupid comes out. Okay, he somehow puts something else in jeopardy. That's why, honestly, I think it's probably by design to keep Fresh quiet. Okay, it frustrates the hell out of fans because there could be so many other people that are better than Fresh. Hell, even some of his fans think that kind of Candace Owens collab that they had, Candace Owens will make a better B mic than Fresh, right? But again, I don't know, right? Great Bill says, shout out to you, Great Bill. Great Bill says, confused as of what examples Fresh and Fit showing again. I'm with you on that one. I have no idea. I have zero freaking clue. It's all, again, these guys say they save lives. I mean, think about that. The swab with the $5 super chat. The Fox says, homeboy wasn't taking her to meet mom. He was taking her home to show his boys who he's fucking in the U.S. She was a show pony. That makes sense. That actually kind of makes sense, right? Which is crazy to me. Like, hey, look what I got, right? And it's just sad because these guys, at the end of the day, they're children. Yo, shout out to the Pink Pill. Can we get a dub in the chat for Pink Pill with a $20 super chat? Pink Pill says, these Red Pill guys are such hypocrites, demeaning and warning men to stay away from these types of girls while secretly doing what they warn others not to do. Dusty. Not only that, Pink Pill, but they are turning good women into these very same kind of girls they want men to stay away from. Think about this. Think about this. Like, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, bro. Like, it's like, why are you, again, you don't see the hypocrisy that can happen from this? Like, you don't see the hypocrisy here. Like you're telling men to do this opposite, but yet you're out here making these very same women they're complaining about. So this woman is going to run into another guy who's going to who probably means her well, right? And don't get it wrong, he means her well and wants to do right by her, but now she doesn't believe the words he's telling her because she's had someone tell her that before, and she believed it, but it was all lies, right? And then that man, all of a sudden, he's facing the brunt of what Fresh dealt with or did to her, and what she dealt with him. Right? So he's facing a brunt of that. And now what? You just ruined somebody hopeful. Had so much care in the world. Now she's just jaded. She's another jaded single mom out here hating the baby daddy that created the child she has. It's a vicious cycle. Very vicious, all right? And this is why we talk about what we talk about. Yo, Charlene Milk, shout out to you for the 5 says, what's up, Duke in chat, lurking while I'm going through this code in VS Studio. Shout out to you. Yeah, VS Studios, they've gotten real good with a lot of their stuff. Yeah. I use Android Studio for a lot of my programming. I guess because the emulator is so easy to just to manage from there. But shout out to you, Javier with the 5. Javier says Fresh is a wannabe. He ain't got no game. He plays himself. That's why he can't. That's why he came. He claimed and he broke now. Yeah, that's true. He is broke. He says he will say anything to hit raw. That again, we know guys like this. All right, we know guys like this that would talk sweet nothings in your ear just to get the box, right? Matter of fact, there's even a section of the Red Pill that teaches you how to game a girl to get into the box, okay? I think Alpha Male Strategies does this, right? Hey, he tells you how to whisper sweet nothings, okay? You got to whisper sweet nothings in her ear so you can fuck that hoe to sleep. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Alpha Male? What up, Alpha? How you doing? How you doing, brother? Fuck them hoes to sleep. No. This is the consequences of that. Hey, Alpha Male. This is the consequences of that. I just hope you're paying attention. But shout out to Alpha Male. I listen. I'm just fucking with him. But you know, this is when you're in that kind of Red Pill teaching this stuff. You know, all this having sex and slaying so many women. You gotta. This is when we tell you all to teach the other side of it. It's not like we're hating or anything like that. We just say, hey, just like a good sex education, you can talk about the fun stuff, but also make sure you're teaching these guys how to take care of themselves, right? They need to, meaning protect against child support or not child support. You got to pay child support. But these guys, in their mind, they don't want to pay child support, right? Protect against having unwanted pregnancy, STDs, and all other things, right? And if you don't want child support in the future, hey, how about you don't nut in a woman like Fresh does, huh? How about you learn that lesson? I don't know. I am victorious with the 10. Shout out to you. Says, oh wait, hold up. I didn't read this one. Javier Pierre with the 5 says, he says Fresh wannabe. He's a wannabe. He ain't got no game. He played himself. That's why he claimed broke and will say anything now. Yeah, you're right. I did read that before. I am victorious. Shout out to you for the 10. Let's get a dub in the chat for I am victorious. I am victorious says, I believe there's a lot of cap to her side of the story. I personally believe that she was just blind to the red flags, and I'm not saying this to defend him in any way. No. I'm with you. I don't. That's why we didn't buy her shit here. We didn't buy it. Like, listen, we're not even saying she's giving shit. We're just saying that we didn't buy that she's a victim. Because even when we read that text where she was saying I'm a victim, it's like, no, you're not a victim. You just were in love. It happens to all of us. Listen, I was in love and I got screwed over. Am I gonna say I was a victim? No, because I had homies back then that were warning me. I just didn't listen. Okay, so I gotta bite the bullet. It is what it is, right? But again, that's just how that has to work, you know. So I don't think anybody in this chat thinks she's like 100% a victim. Because listen, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be a supreme level of stupid to look at a guy like Fresh and say, that's the guy I want to have a baby with. I'm sorry. I've spoken to a lot of intelligent women. Even some of y'all in the chat right now, y'all will say, hell no. If I see that guy coming, I'm going the other way, right? So, again, it clearly has to be more than that, right? So, I just don't know. But shout out to you. Let me ask y'all, ladies in the chat, let me ask y'all this question, okay? If you saw Fresh, just the way he is, right? You didn't even know if he had money or anything like that, right? Would you think he's a guy that could be possibly a relationship material type? Put a 1 if you think yes. Put a 2 if you think hell no. I mean, just let the chat decide. Because I don't think women would just fall for this. I think Fresh had to really lie his ass off. And that's how he got her. He had to lie his ass off just to get her to fall in love with them. And that's exactly the game he played. Because normally, I mean, if he is what he is, women would just put all that into consideration and walk the other way. It's like, okay, yeah, you got the money and you got the status, but you're a douchebag and you're ugly. Nah, fam. That we not doing that, right? Again, I don't play games. Shout out to you for the 5. He says, you're not reading my chats, bro. Did you send one before this? Did you send one before? I'm not. Wait, hold up. Did I skip one actually? Let me scroll up. Oh, I did skip it. Oh, shit. My bad, dog. Oh, shit. Yo, can we get a massive W in the chat for I don't play games? Oh, my God. I did skip it. Yo, shout out to you for reminding me. I can't believe I went past that. Holy shit. God damn, that's crazy. I must have been because StreamYard has the star section and then the live section. So I'm going back and forth between the two. So I must have missed that. My bad, G. You haven't emailed me yet, but send me an email because I'm still waiting on that so we can talk about fitness and whatnot. He says, if that baby come out looking like Draymond Green, he in trouble. Oh, God. Oh, God. He said Draymond Green. He said Draymond Green. Oh, my God. Listen. Hey. You know what that remind me of? You know what that remind me of? You know that Cat Williams it was a movie he was acting in with I forgot that lady's name. Tiffany Haddish, right? And he was Tiffany was trying to make it seem like that little white baby was his. He's like, whose baby is that? It's your baby. That ain't my baby. That baby like he got a better credit score. Oh, man. Hey, Fresh. As soon as that baby come out, you're not denying that, bro. You can't, bro. You can't. Listen, if that baby, the way Fresh doesn't have to be worried. Let's say that baby comes out and he looks full Asian, right? Full Asian, like there's no possibility that there's a mixed child in that baby, then fine. Fresh can get away with it, right? But if that baby coming out looking like, oh boy, it's your baby, dog. It is your baby. It's time for you to man up, bro. Yo, shout out to I Don't Play Games. I did, bro. I can't believe I missed that. My bad. Now we go down a lot. Blue Red Trill. Shout out to you for the 2. Blue Red said, imagine being on the same team as Pearl and Fresh. Just a bunch of losers, right? Am I right? I mean, just think about this shit for a second. Just a bunch of losers. That's crazy. Yo, Anti-Gravity 74 with the 5. Anti-Gravity 4 says, first Myron, now Fresh. These RP guys don't want to put a condom on. Now, I'm telling you, bro. Practice safe sex. It's that simple. Fresh is a lover boy. He needs to stop playing and commit and be a family man now. Facts, right? Isn't that the lover boy method minus the trafficking part? But it's lover boy. He's love bombing her, telling her he wants to marry her, painting a future with her, talking about kids. Like he's future faking. He's a future faker. I knew there was a term for this, chat. I knew there was a term for this, bro, because I knew homies that would do this all the time. And I'm like, but you don't like it like that. So why are you doing this? Like, it don't make sense. He's a future faker. A future faker is one of them dudes that who they're not serious about commitment at all, but they're out here planning a future with you. They're planning everything with you. They're planning the kids. They're planning the houses. They're planning all this. Knowing fully well they're not going to do this, but they're future faking. That's what it is, bro. He's a future faker. And that's a game typically a lot of blue pill guys use. That's why I'm like, yo, these guys don't have game. They don't have game. They don't have anything. They don't know how to talk to a woman because women like honesty. I'm not joking, bro. Like you talk to a woman, let her know what's up, right? First of all, she's respecting the fact that you're honest, and second of all, it's up to her now. The ball's in her court, and she chooses to deal with you. She knows that way. There's no game being played, and honestly, she trusts you a lot more. I know it's crazy, right? Even though you're not like fully with her, she still trusts you because you're not playing games with her. You're letting her know what's up, right? But guys like this who are future fakes, they can't they don't want to distinguish what's for game and what's reality. To them, it's a game, but they want to paint a fake reality for you. A lot of blue pill dudes do this all the time, especially blue pill married dude. The guys that these red pill rail against, this is the game strategy they use all the time. That's why I was so shocked that Fresh was imploring this because I'm like, you're the one who writes the DMs on demand. You're the author, you and Myron are the author of the DMs on Demand course, teaching men game on how to get women, even threesomes, right? So you're telling me when it comes down to reality, you're not even using your own methods. You're out here using what these blue pillars are using. You over here future faking. I'm going to tell you this right now. Most average guys, you can land any girl you want if you're willing to lie. I shit you not. If you're willing to lie about, if you have no scruples and you're willing to lie about anything, you can get whatever girl you want. Guaranteed. If you're willing to lie, I'm not playing with you, bro. Like, if you're willing to be that dude and lie about, I'm talking about lie about anything. You can lie about, you have to be willing to do that. She will fall in love with you. It doesn't matter if you think she's out of your league or whatever it is. If you come in and you tell all these sweet things that she wants to hear, you know, you're trying to differentiate yourself from all these other guys out here while still keeping up this image, you can land any girl, because this is the kind of shit girls fall for. You know why? Because deep down, they really want a man who's real. And that's the unfortunate part. Deep down, they really want a man who's like that. But guys know. That's why they get so pretentious with it. Like, oh, hey, what kind of guys are you looking for? Right? You know, what kind of man was your ex? What kind of man? Because, like, listen, we're not worried about her ex if she's with me. I don't give a fuck who you were dating before. It's me now, right? But guys who are future fakers and guys who want to run game, they want to know everything so they can try to pretend to be that guy as long as they keep getting what they want from you. But once the rubber hits the road, all of a sudden now they're turning tails and they're running. Gone. All right. He's a future faker. I can't stand guys like that. You can't stand them. Yo, Lay with the Two says erased her IG this morning, said no more interviews. I knew something was up because there's another IG up there. And listen, I work in tech. I can tell when something's not from the other, bro. So I was like, right off the bat, I'm like, that looks sus to me. And it looked like it was just created recently. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not touching anything. We're remotely close to that account. So there is a fake account out there. For those of you guys who are watching right now, it's probably not her. But we got confirmation she did delete her IG account. I kind of had a suspicion. Yo, Boo Hoo Hoo with the $5 super sticker. Shout out to Boo Hoo Hoo. I appreciate it. Yo, Porsche 911 fan with the 5 says, yo, Duke, did you get my last super chat? Did I miss another one? Hey, yo, chat, y'all got to give me an L for that one. I'm going to give myself an L. Did I miss another? Oh, damn. How did I miss two? Let me see. I thought, what? I don't see another one. Porsche 911. Can you you don't have to super chat it. Just put in the chat what I missed so I can reread it. I'm going to look out for the normal chat now. Just put in there. Let me know what I missed. I didn't know. Damn, bro, my bad. I didn't know I missed. But I don't see anything here. I think the only one I see from you is the one that you just posted. Maybe let me scroll through a little quick. Let me just. Yeah, I don't see another one. Maybe I did miss it, though. Oh, my bad. I don't play games with the $2 super chats, bro. Bro, what's up? You're not reading my chats? No. He probably just sent this later, too. No. I did miss it. I don't know if you saw it. I just reread that. My bad, though. I did miss that one. But my bad. I just reread it. Because you sent one before this one, too. And that's the one I checked in on. So, my bad. I did reread that one. That was hilarious. Appreciate it. Yo, stay gold. Brother Jumpy in the chat right now. Shout out to Brother Jumpy. Brother Jumpy in the chat. Let's get a W in for Brother Jumpy. Brother Jumpy saying, Mario likes bussy bussin' and fresh. Yo, Brother Jumpy always cooking. See, John knew you was going to do this today. John knew exactly what you were going to do. Yo, shout out to John. Yo, he says, Myron likes bussy bussin' and fresh is a professional yes man / amateur deadbeat dad. These boys are cosplaying as men giving advice. Disgusting. Yo, let's get a W in the chat for Stay Gold. You're absolutely right. It's disgusting. It's gross. Fresh is literally, he's telling you he's a deadbeat dad. But look what these guys say about deadbeat dads, right? Look at they are these people. These are not real men. They're high schoolers masquerading as grown men. That's what it is. This is a massive, massive L for these two. And if Myron doesn't call it out, all right, if nobody around him calls it out, it's going to be a massive L for the Red Pill altogether. And I know this has been said with their previous gaffes and goofs before, but this will literally be the end or the beginning of the end of the Red Pill, because a lot of their fans are going to see this now. And one thing I do understand about their fan base is the one thing some of them they can definitely tell is the hypocrisy part, especially on the deadbeat side of things, right? The single mother side of things. So you're definitely going to wake a lot of people up with that, right? They'll say, wait a minute, Myron, you talk about single moms all the time. Now Fresh just made a single mom, and he made it in such a bad situation that now even the mother doesn't even want him to have anything to do with the child. Like, what are you going to say to this? And if they don't say anything, matter of fact, if they do what I think they're going to do and they double down with Fresh, it's over. Because then you're going to start you see them losing views like that. Because then people are going to say, oh, wait, you're going to sit there and get all these OnlyFans models. You're going to sit there and talk about women and single motherhood and independent this and that. And women want to have their own money, or women don't like men. And then you're not going to call out the bullshit Fresh did? Really, Myron? Now we're looking at you weird. That's what's gonna end up happening, and I'm being real with y'all right now. Yo, Francois with the 5. Francois says back from work, didn't put any girl. Oh shit! He said didn't put any girl pregnant. Unlike someone is so good, so it's good. Yeah. Hey, listen, don't go around knocking up women you are not prepared to take responsibility for. Okay, just don't do it. I know these red pill poppers are telling you that this will this will be the way to go. It's not the way to go. Let's continue, bro. We got a lot to go over here. We have a lot to go over here, chat.
I don't really understand the show. Before I knew him, I don't even know about like this show. I don't know anything about this. So I only paid attention afterward. So so for me, he explained to me it's just a work, you know. It's his work. And he doesn't behave like that with me.
Okay, I get it that it's work, but and you're correct, Myron is the effeminate one who does all the yelling with women. However, Walter was sitting there allowing this to happen. Sometimes he throws a little jab in there, here and there, this, that, and the other. He does. He is enabling this type of behavior, which shows that he agrees with it to a certain extent. Don't you? Did you think that, or you just think he was just there for the bag to get?
Yeah. For me, it was just like because I know him personally, so I thought everything just for show, you know. It's just the way, like, it's his career. That's how he make money. So I'm like, okay, that's out of my business. I don't care.
So you hear what she's saying. Like, these guys, they'll act like that for the show, but in real life, they're sweethearts, right? Even though we know Fresh was faking it, this is how they really are. So when you see them fratting castling girls and them talking the shit that they're talking to girls, that's just for show. Behind the scenes, they're pillow talking, they're cuddling, they over here, you know, nestling right on her lap, like, oh hey, they all acting cute. That's what it is, because she's letting you know. Yo, Brian Scotty GLL Harris with the 2. Shout out to you. Says MTR thinks this will have no impact on the show. MTR is high as hell. MTR, what you smoking, bro? Huh? I want some of what you smoking, bro. What you smoking? You high, dog. If you listen, maybe before we started reacting to the call-in shows, maybe I would have agreed with you because I really think they were that stupid. But after reacting to a lot of the call-in shows, what is it? After seeing a lot of them being called out, hell, even I Don't Play Games was one of the main ones we reacted to as well, right? Seeing them call out Fresh and Fit, and even because I spoke to I Don't Play Games, and he even said he used to follow him, right? I don't know if he's still I Don't Play Games. You don't have to super chat. I'm focusing on the live chat now. If you're still watching, let me know. Are you no longer a fan of Fresh and Fit no more? I don't know if you told me I don't remember if you told me you still were, but you want them to change, or you're completely done with Fresh and Fit. And if you're still fucking with Fresh and Fit, what do you think about Fresh and Fit now as a former fan, or a fan now that he's knocking up a girl and wants to be a deadbeat? Let me know, because we even spoke to him, right? And he said, listen, dog, these guys, they're losing relevancy, right? I mean, it takes just a little bit to wake up. I didn't even think that was possible, but now we're seeing this that is so blatant. I mean, it's out there. It's not like he's gonna deny not, you know, trying to have a kid or not trying to take responsibility. He's out there in 4K trying to avoid responsibility, and worse, which is what a lot of these conservatives, they claim they don't like. He's trying to get her to get an abortion, which is a cardinal sin as a conservative, right? So again, this stuff adds up. Eventually, it's gonna cascade down to where now y'all can't even talk about society in a matrix because you out here making girls get abortions, bro. That's you part of that shit. So MTR is high. They're definitely gonna get exposed. It's not looking good for them.
Okay. Yeah. With you being pregnant now, I know you're angry, and you said you're not going to allow him to be in the child. Is that the child's life? Is that because he's not he says now that he has no interest in paying?
I don't play games says, I'm watching you more. They are hypocrites. I still kind of do, but I don't watch them all the time. So I don't play games doesn't watch them all the time anymore. But so what do you, okay, hold up. Now that you know that Fresh is definitely a deadbeat dad, though, does it change your perception of Fresh and Fit, or particularly Fresh? If not the channel, Fresh. All right. What is your opinion now of Fresh? Even though you don't watch the show all the time anymore, like would this make you stop watching the show? Because this is against everything that they preach. You know that, right? So I want to know what your thoughts on that. Let me know too. But shout out to you.
Paying. What do you mean paying?
Like financially contributing to the child's well-being?
No, but we all know whether he wants to pay or not. By the United States law, he has to pay for the child support.
Right,
even
true.
if he doesn't want to. But the thing is, I just wish that he could behave.
He says, no, they're pieces of shit. He has always been. Shout out to I Don't Play Games, bro. Yeah. Anybody that still thinks they're cool, you're weird.
Better. Like, baby, I'm going to be here for you. Even
Daisy,
like,
why would he? I'm talking to you from sister to sister here.
Yeah.
Why would he, if that is his entire environment? You can tell a lot about people by who they.
That's why I'm blindsided. I'm stupid in this. That's why, like, I don't blame on anyone.
Accountability, right? She's saying I was stupid. Yeah, whatever. You know, I was young and dumb. Although, you know, that doesn't work now, right? Because you're an adult. So yeah, it kind of works. But the sisterhood is banding together now. It's over, Fresh. It's over.
Like, I was being stupid. Like, I am never. I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's my fault. I've made mistake. You know, I have to learn from my lesson.
Chicken Wing Bob says, I was a fan. Now I can't stand them. They're garbage. Stay taking else. Hey, listen, see, hey, MTR, you're high, bro. Because some of their fans, they're not gonna, some things are just too much for some people. All right. Some things are just too much for some people. It is what it is. Camp Hustle 1 says, bro, I'm in the chat. Camp Hustle 1. Are you? Oh, because you called into the show before. Okay, I remember you called into the show before, right? Let me know if that's true. Let me know. Super Herrera with the super chat says, what's up, Duke? What's up, chat? What's up with you? I appreciate you being here. It says, Fresh can make a baby? I know, right? But apparently, who knows? When you nut up in a girl raw multiple times in 1 month, I guess Fresh didn't know he could. I think Fresh himself didn't even realize he could make a baby. That's how surprising this is, especially for Fresh.
But that's why I didn't care about even exposing myself, and all of my friends already knew what happened. I didn't care about either it's gonna be a shaming for me, but I want to expose him, and so he doesn't keep hurting other women. Because if I knew this, I would never ever.
Well, what was the red flags that you missed? Because if I'm with you on that, and I'm on your team to make sure that he doesn't hurt other women. But as a woman, I can see him for who he is. I just want to see, I want you to help me see what you saw, because there could be lots of other women that saw what you saw and felt what you.
Tree. It's not they could be. There are plenty of women who get faked out by future fakers like Fresh. Okay. They're all over the place. Some of them we don't even hear. This I hate men's talking point didn't just spring out of nowhere. This is happening to millions of women worldwide. Okay. All this shit is happening. What Fresh is doing is nothing new. The worst part about it is he's teaching other men similar things. Or opposite things, who knows, right? But again, it's just one of those things. It's not something specific to see in this guy. It's what they hear about these guys. They just hear the sweet things that they say and they fall for it.
Felt to me, there was so many red flags. I would have, I'm married, but if I was single, I would have stayed far away from him. So help me see what you saw initially from the time you saw him.
Okay. First of all, I don't like being with a boring man, and he was not boring. I said that on the show. What I need from men is being honest and not boring, and knows what he wants. And he just shows me all of that. So for me, I was like, okay, this is the man for me. And he may behave with other women like that, but from what I have felt, that he was real with me, at least when we were together.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Because when you're in love, you are kind of blindsided.
So
I wish I would never met him, but it just happened.
So because he was adventurous and he was would you say, I'm sorry, I'm messing my face up as I say this, or you say he was charming or he was just adventurous?
He was charming. He was sweet. He was very romantic. He surprised me all the time. And we have deep conversations when we meet, when we're in person. He makes me feel like he was really serious with me. He always tests me, ask me questions.
Like what, if you don't mind me asking?
Like, what do you want from a man in the future? Like, what do you want?
Oh, he was asking, actually, you know what he was doing? See, men do this where they want to know what kind of character they need to play in your life, and they want to know the script. So you told him this.
He knows what I want.
Yeah, because you told him, girlfriend. You told him. You didn't keep nothing secret.
Okay, wait. Everybody said.
Yeah, that Tree's right, right? Because and I'm not saying that when a guy is asking women questions like that, not all guys are trying to use it against the woman. Some guys are genuinely curious, especially some of the straight up front guys, or they're like, "Hey, what are you looking for here? What are you trying to do here?" Right? And that way they know if you're because sometimes I'll even ask a girl that same question. I just want to know, make sure that, hey, listen, we're on the same page. That way, if we're not, I'm going to keep it moving, right? And similar with you, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time. Similar to that. So guys who ask that question aren't always on that manipulative mindset like Fresh is, right? And again, that's why I'm telling you, these nice guys claiming they finished last is because they're not nice. They're just not honest. They don't know how to be honest. Okay. They don't know how to be honest with a woman. All they know how to do is lie until their true colors show up. Okay. And then you realize they're not nice. They never were. They were just monsters pretending. Okay. So that is why I tell people all the time, be careful with these guys. They're not nice people at all. You get with the honest douchebag. At least you know he's honest, right? Usually, you can be honest and still be an asshole. But these guys who are nice to your face, those are the foxes you can't trust.
I'm with him for his money, but look,
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. The reason I know you,
I don't care about money. I never said I don't, because on the show I even said they were asking me how much money do you think a man should make for a year? I told them $1 million, and that's my standards. He knows my standards.
Daisy, the reason I know you're not for money is because you went 50-50 on that bracelet. Okay.
Yes,
a woman who was for money would never go 50-50 on that bracelet.
And I bought my own ticket to Miami. First time I went to I bought my own ticket.
Blew herself out, bro. Fresh, you don't think she's a keeper? All them girls you be flying out like Miranda, right? And this one flew herself out, and you still playing games? Really, bro? I'm telling you, these so-called good guys can't see a good woman if she's in front of their faces, bro.
Ticket. And I know he buys ticket for other girls, but I never ask him, can you buy me a ticket? For me, that's so cheap, just like $200 or what? Because I'm really in love with the person, so I didn't even care about the money. The reason why he bought me the bracelet, because he bought me a fucking fake bracelet.
Yeah, I know. I read that part.
And then because I buy these bank leaves all the time, I have an account. I always know. When the moment I got the bracelet, I'm like, this is fake. But I didn't tell him immediately. I told him 2 days later.
Oh!
And he was.
The whole bracelet was fake? Wait. You went 50-50 on a scam? I told you. How you get scammed by your own boyfriend? How you, bro, Fresh? Hey, wait a minute. Pause the fucking, hold it. Really, Fresh? Wait a minute. We can't fast forward this. We got to talk about this. You made her go 50-50 on a bracelet that was fake to begin with? You scammed her, dog. You scammed her. You a scammer, bro. It's not even 50-50 on real jewelry, because then I would understand that. That shit would be expensive, right? It's 50-50 on a scam. Bro, Wow, you really taking advantage of people out here. You really taking advantage of people out here. You mean to tell me imagine being that girl, right? It's one thing if he buys the ring, all right, but he pays for it fully and he turns out it's fake, right? Because at least, okay, it's his dime, whatever. Sure. If he wants to buy, at least it's the thought that counts, right? I get whatever. But if it's 50-50, meaning you're going to half on it, and then you bought a fake item and it was like him trying to give it as a gift, bro, you just spent money on something that was fake. Bro, I'd be so pissed because the money I invested paying for something that's fake, I could easily just put it towards something that was real. Easily reinvest it into something that was real. But I bought something fake because I went 50-50 with you. Now we gotta bring a jewelry tester on the show. We got to start testing all the jewelry that Fresh got on. Because, again, I told y'all, they probably really broke out here. They probably really broke out here. A lot of that stuff is fake, right? And rappers do it too, right? So it's not just singling out Fresh and fake. Because a lot of these guys with the big chains and whatnot, it's oftentimes fake. It's fake. It's one thing to wear fake jewelry. It's another thing to buy fake jewelry. It's a whole thing in particular to go 50-50 buying fake jewelry for your girlfriend. That's dumb. You just broke. You just broke as hell, dog. Like, unless you didn't know it was fake, which I highly doubt, because you probably got a chain guy. You got to look to your jewelry guy. He probably selling you fake shit or something. Or you're probably complicit in it. But that's just sad, bro. It really is sad.
Acting like he didn't know.
Wait,
For
can I
sure
ask
he knows.
I'm just curious. Can I ask a question about for the kid? If Walter apologized for everything and came clean on everything, wouldn't you want him to be involved in like your child's life?
But why would you care about that?
What do you mean? Well, because he's the most important person that we're talking about right now, right?
Yeah, but why do you care about he's gonna be a part of my baby's life?
It's not just your babies; it's both of your babies, right? And doesn't the child
but
deserve a father
he
if
doesn't
wants to be involved?
Yeah. It's both of our baby, but he's not acting like a man. So, do you think he has a right to see the baby?
He does have a right, he does, right, to see the kid. You can't just take it away from him. Now, here's where the rubber hits the road, right? If he doesn't want to pay child support and he tries to skip out on it, then I don't see the point in letting him in the kid's life. Pay child support to be part of your kid's life. Support your kid if you want to be part of your kid's life. But if he doesn't want to pay that child support and he just wants to, play dad from far away, don't let him see the kid, because it's just you're wasting your time. If he needs to step up, he will step up. When a man is ready to step up, he'll step up, because there are plenty of guys out there who are serious about their children and they're ready to do whatever to get to their kids, to be a part of the kid's life. Here's Fresh basically saying, nope, abort it. I don't want it, right? And I know what Destiny's coming from, where he's saying, okay, what if later down the road he changes his mind? Okay, but we're talking about right now. We don't know what can happen later. His actions right now, the way he's behaving, it's not making her comfortable in the situation she's put herself in right now. Okay, because you got to understand, she's coming from a different country, and the guy just sat here and lied to her for a couple months they were dating, and now the truth is out. He isn't that guy. So I even understand where she's coming from, even though I disagree that she should keep the kid away from Fresh, for even more reasons than you think. Because honestly, I don't think Fresh should be a dad. Some people just aren't meant to be parents, bro. I'm sorry. Like, again, we talk about kids being born in a crazy abusive households and shit. I don't think Fresh is cut out to be a good dad. I'm sorry. That's part of my other reasons too. I mean, come on. You honestly want Myron and Fresh out here raising babies? Look how they're treating women. You honestly want them raising babies too? Some people are just not fit to be parents, all right? And we just have to recognize that too. Even some women, now we know definitely some men aren't just fit to be parents. It is what it is, right? But again, Destiny, I see where you're coming from. But you got to understand the mindset she's in right now. See, I'm a people person. I try to understand people's mindset and what they're in. She's feeling betrayed. So you got to wait. Maybe she'll feel a little bit differently when all those hurt feelings kind of run its course, because this is still pretty fresh, right? But, feeling of betrayal, that feeling of, being lied to, being deceived, right? And then you hear this guy saying he doesn't want anything to do with the kid, right? of course, you don't want him to be part of kid's life. You just want to raise him all by yourself and take it over. This is the mentality most single moms have, especially after a breakup with their baby daddies, is because this shit often happens. Now, I'm not saying all scenarios are like this, because I've seen some insane scenarios where the baby mom doesn't even want the kid to be part of their, the father to be part of the kid's life, even though the father is doing everything he can to be part of the kid's life. I've seen scenarios when that happens, which pisses me off even more, seeing Fresh in this scenario where he has an opportunity to be present in his kid's life, but doesn't want to. Instead, he's opting to be a deadbeat dad, knowing fully well there are numerous men out there living in the world right now that would want the same opportunity he's getting right now to be able to be part of the kids' lives. I mean, it's just how people just take things for granted is just insane to me.
Do you think you have a right to child support?
I don't. I mean, he
Big
doesn't.
Fact says there's no kid right now. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. Don't conservatives believe that if a woman is pregnant after conception, it's a child, right? That's a conservative argument. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hey, Big Facts, do not play with me, bruh. Do not play with me, because I've been sitting here listening to all these conservative talking points. Abortion is murder. All this different shit. Now what? Now it's happening to your guy. Now it's different. Well, it's not really a kid. It's more of a zygote, right? I mean, it's at a zygote stage right now. So I mean, you could just abort it, right? It's not fuck that. No. Don't come to fucking come to my chat with that bullshit. I'm not gonna hear it, because that's fucking conservative, red pill, right wing hypocrisy right here. He lives in Miami. Let him go talk to Ron DeSantis about that one, because I'm sure he'll have a different opinion. Don't come to my chat with that bullshit. The fuck wrong with you? I don't even have time to go in on your ass right now. Let me get back to the show. I can't believe I just saw that in my chat. This nigga just said, "Oh, it's not a kid yet." I'm sorry, we're talking about conservative here. It'd make sense if there was a bunch. If Destiny was sitting here talking about, "Hey, that ain't my kid, bro. It's still a zygote." Then that would make sense, right? Because Destiny has been preaching the whole the left wing side of things, so it would make sense if he stands by it, right? But if it's Fresh and Fit and Myron, and then they're saying, "Oh no, well, it's not a baby yet." No, you can't do that, because y'all were saying if it's conception, after conception, it's a baby, right? Abortion is murder. That's what you guys have been saying. So don't no. See, this is why I said y'all are some bullshit. Right wing, left wing, you all a bunch of idiots. I can't stand y'all. It's hypocritical douchebags. How dare you say that? Who the fuck do you think you are? Hey, chat. Well, who is this guy? Who the fuck is he? What the fuck you saying, dude? Get out of here with that bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
I don't need to. That's fine.
Well, you said
Because I
the
don't
U.S.
care
government
about
said
you.
he had to pay, but the U.S. government is also going to make you share custody with him too, right? Whether you want to or not, unless you have a
Yeah, that's
compelling
what
reason
I'm
not to.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I will let what government decide to do. If they decide that, okay, my child have to see him, then that's fine. But if the government says, okay, my baby doesn't need to see him, then that's not unnecessary.
What shouldn't the priority be to like build a healthy life for your future child? Shouldn't that be the focus? Like, how do you make sure your child has a father that wants to spend time with him and be involved in his life, and has a mother
Look,
that
his father doesn't want him.
he just found out that you're pregnant, right? I mean, he's probably freaking the fuck out. I imagine he probably isn't ready to be a dad, or doesn't necessarily want to right now. But like,
I'm sorry, Destiny. I got to push back on that. I don't know why you're giving Fresh the benefit of the doubt, but he was nutting inside of her, raw, knowing fully well she wasn't on birth control. Destiny, come on, bro. You can't. Why are you giving Fresh this leeway? What is going on? Listen, I would have probably given him leeway too, until I found out he knew what he was doing. He knew she wasn't on birth control. He was even asking her, "What if you get pregnant?" And then he still nutted in her. I'm sorry, Destiny. That's not a. I don't know where you're going with this question. That don't even make. That's not even starting to frustrate me a little bit. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make it. He clearly doesn't even want. I don't care how many excuses you make for Fresh. He clearly does not want to be there. It doesn't matter if he wants to be there later or not, or if he just found out he's going to be a kid. No. He knew the consequences. What? He just found out that having sex with a girl unprotected is going to give him a kid? You just telling you? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Destiny? He just found that out today? No, obviously he knew, but he kept doing it until the consequences arise. And now, he's showing his actions because he was doing this the whole time, right? So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that premise of that question. I don't agree with that at all. Super rare. Shout out to you for the super chat. Says nobody falls for Fresh. She fell for the money. Fresh ain't exciting. She fell for the gifts. I don't know, because she bought. I mean, what the gifts that Fresh bought, the fake jewelry she went 50-50 on. Nah. I think what happened is she probably liked the status and liked the fact that Fresh was doing things, and then fell in love with the future fake. Right, it's the future fake that gets a lot of women. Right, that she fell in love with it. Yo, Lord Commander with the 5 shots. He says it's time for Fresh to take a $2,000 a month salary from the show and take his name off of everything. This is why you don't do business with undisciplined men. Facts. Yeah, he's gonna take the whole. Listen. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen right away, but in the future, it's over for their show. It's over. All right. If they don't address it now or figure out a way to meaningfully get ahead of the story and cover it in a way where it doesn't absolve Fresh of any responsibility, but still holds him accountable for his actions, they can survive this. They can. Right. So MTR is not wrong on that. But if they try to brush this under the rug using any excuse possible, it's over for them. It's just done. Just know that for a fact. Yo, Don with the 2 shot to you says, Trollo, hope you watching. Oh, he watching. And he knows. And he's already skimming the different ways he can try to sweep this under the rug. He's going to, or no, because I forgot Rolo's a petty bitch. I totally forgot about that. Rolo hates Myron low-key. I'm not joking, because he's been going after Myron subliminally for a long time now. So I wouldn't doubt that we'll see a podcast from Rolo subtly digging at Fresh and Fit podcast and talking about, see, I told you, this is what happens when you guys don't invite me to the show anymore. All right, please make me relevant again. I'm Rolo Tomasi. That's what's gonna end up happening. Okay, Rolo is he's that desperate to be right. He's probably going to, say, I told you, Fresh, and he's gonna rub it in for sure. Rolo's gonna rub it in. Yo, Lord Commander again with the 2 shots. He says saying the women should keep Fresh away is crazy. Facts. There's a lot of crazy shit happening right now. Super Arel again with the super chat says, imagine Fresh raising a daughter. Bad news. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, listen, if Fresh is showing his attitude right now, because I know when I was in the same situation, when I was told this, I was like, all right, let's go. What do I got to do? Let's go. Let's make it happen. Matter of fact, I even went above and beyond, right? That actually brought me out of the childish shit I was doing back in the day, and I actually straightened up and started flying straight, right? Because I knew a kid was in the way. I just know I didn't have any idea how expensive kids would be. So I decided, let me grind right now, but I want to make this work, right? That's somebody who takes accountability. Fresh, he's already displaying he's not going to do that. And if a child does come, he's not taking accountability for it either. He's not. So listen, some people just aren't meant to be good parents. And for the sake of not making sure that the kids don't go through any abuse, let's just, if they don't want to be a father, it is what it is. Now, if he wants to come back in the kid's life in the future, I definitely think she needs to open up her heart and let that happen, because that's wrong. But yeah, I say for now, which is what I'm dealing with the here and now, her mindset's not that, and Fresh's mindset is definitely not on the same page either. So keep him away from the kid. Let when he's ready, he can go back. But I hope she is willing to accept that and, grow out of that phase and let him see his child too as well. But again, right now, the way I see it, Fresh is not ready to be a dad. If he has kids, I'm calling CPS. I'm not joking, bro. Fresh having kids in that environment he's working with at Fresh and Fit with those OnlyFans women and the women, what do you call it, the drinks and the drugs and whatnot. You want to have a kid by that? No way, bro. Get that out of here. I'm calling CPS if I see a kid running around that show. What the hell are you talking about, bro?
Why close the door on that?
I am not closing it. I'm just saying, based on his behavior right now.
But if he changes his behavior in the future,
speak for him? Why do you speak for him? Because clearly he's acting like an idiot on the show.
Well,
you're
both acting like idiots, right? To be fair, right? You got
what am I
pregnant
acting?
Because you got pregnant by a guy that doesn't want to marry you. You're just as dumb as he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem isn't with either of you, though. That shouldn't be the main concern. The main concern should be the child, right?
He's not concerning about the child. I am. That's why I went on an adult conversation. So
You're leaking DMs on Instagram.
How
you don't care? You're not caring. The child right now is just a money ticket for you. You're not caring at all about the child. Why are you leaking all of this publicly?
The
money is the child support that you think that you were talking about earlier. That you're very familiar that the U.S. law.
I'm here.
Whoa! Wait, hold up. What is Destiny? Wait, what's going on? I'm so confused on what's happening right now. Like, where's Destiny getting this notion from that she wants the child support? I'm sorry, I read the DMs too she posted online, and she even said in DMs she doesn't want his money. Matter of fact, we got the shit right here. We got the shit right here. Hold up. Well, Destiny, did you not do your research? She said nobody cares about the money. She posted the DM, so you can make it a clout argument, fine. That makes sense to me. I'll agree to that, right? The clout part, because it is what it is. But you can't sit there and say, she wasn't trying to have a conversation behind the scenes, because that's the screenshot we're looking at right now. Like, what are you talking? What? Oh, hold up. Whatever. More D. Shout out to you for the 5. Says, Rolo. So how does my vasectomy sound now, huh? Yeah, he's definitely going to do that, bro. He's definitely going to do that, bro. See, you guys laughed at my tweets when I said you should get vasectomies, but look what happened now. Wasn't I right? Is he? I'm always right. The red pill never fails. What a dweeb. Shout out to he says, how do you like them apples? It's so yummy. More cringe stuff in Rolo's voice. Yo, that is facts. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because I knew for a fact Rolo was gonna rub it in. I just didn't know how he was gonna do it, and that is more likely how he's gonna do it, because he needs to get vindicated for that vasectomy comment, right? Because he did get brutally roasted for that, chat. He got brutally roasted for that. So he's going to try to get some get back here. So I would be surprised if Rolo uses this as an excuse to say, see, man, I was right. Get vasectomies now if you don't want to deal with this bullshit. All right. And then maybe you can keep your money.
Because I got invited from the owner. Who are you? If you're not owner, don't speak to me. Because you have no right to talk about my situation. It's not
You're
even
literally
about
on the
money.
internet talking about your situation everywhere. What do you mean?
I'm talking about the situation. It's not about money. What do you know about
She
it?
deleted her Instagram too. I'm not understanding where Destiny's going with this at all. And maybe I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he doesn't have full context of this yet, because this is pretty new. It happened hours ago. The whole DMs and stuff just leaked. So, but I don't know. This don't. I don't know. Something's not right here. I don't like what I'm hearing.
About anything.
What do I apparently more than you do? I'm not getting knocked up by Fresh from Fresh and Fit. What do you are you trying to act like you're the one with all the experience here?
Who are you? How do you have the right to talk about this? Like talking about a man being
Because I'm older than you. I've got more life experience than you. I'm the only one that.
And me, so you have more rights.
This turned into a debate. What is happening, bro? And yeah, Destiny, I get it. You're older. You got a kid. I'm a little older. I don't know how old she is. I'm not as old as Destiny. I'm definitely younger than Destiny. All right, or maybe I am. How old is no? He's already in his 30s. I'm not even in my 30s yet. All right, never mind. But he's definitely older. We both have kids. So I say again, I can speak from my experience because I have a daughter. I know exactly what's going on. Right, I can understand it from both perspectives. So I get it. Right, she's dumb. We all know that. But like, I don't know what this line of questioning. I mean, because Tree just got done talking about this just now. She covered it just now, like before Destiny got on. So I don't know what's being rehashed here. I mean, this is wild.
No, apparently I'm just curious. It seems like you have like all of this.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
Okay, so Daisy,
I don't want to talk to you.
There you go.
Let me
Okay. Destiny's gonna take a break for a little bit.
I am. I'll take out. This woman is a fucking piece of trash, though. She's ruining this kid's life because she just wants to milk this guy for money. You're actually subhuman filth. Just letting you know that.
Oh, yo, Destiny. Okay, I see where it's coming from. He's a dad, right? And I understand this too, because you definitely want the kid to be in the father's life and vice versa. But you got to understand, we're talking about now. You're asking her a question about the future. Her mind is not even on that right now, Destiny. Again, she's thinking vastly different from where we are right now, all right? It's not even making excuses for her. It's just human psychology. She's pissed off at Fresh, and Fresh is actively right now laughing about the scenario, not taking it seriously after all the lies and betrayal that it went through, right? Again, I get it, Destiny, but like you saying she's a disgusting piece of shit, that's out of line because you're not understanding. Maybe in the future, if she still has this mentality, fine, you got a conversation there. But right now, it just happened hours ago. What are we doing here? How is she feel? We're not gonna call Fresh out, Destiny? What the? I'm done. I can't do this. I'm done. I'm now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed off. Now I'm pissed off, bro, because I don't think you're not understanding like how people think. You're not giving even people the benefit of the doubt when they're thinking. Like I'm sympathizing with Fresh here. I understand that, right? Hey, you don't want to keep the kid out of your father's life, but I'm also understanding where Fresh's mentality is right now. Fresh's mentality where it is right now is he doesn't want nothing to do with it. He wants the baby aborted. So clearly where her mind is and where Fresh's mind is are two completely separate things. So for you to call her a piece of shit while ignoring the guy who doesn't even want to be in the kid's life, bro, Destiny, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog? That is a, hold up. That is a wild thing to say. That is a wild, yo. And here's the thing. This is coming from a guy. I got a lot of respect. I got a lot of respect for Destiny. You can't say this shit, bro. Like, you're not thinking. And I get it. You're a dad and you're older, but this is senile. This is fucking senile, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is that like, you got it. This breakup just happened. I don't even know she's gone through the grief yet. Like, if this was years down the road and she was still saying this, maybe you have a point, right? And I'll even agree with you there because I'm a father and I would hate for a fact if my kid wasn't in my life. But Destiny, you and I are different from Fresh, right? If our girl tells us she's pregnant, we're going to step up to the plate. And if she's trying to keep the kid out of our lives, damn right we're going to fight. But if we're the kind of men that don't want to be involved in our kid's life and we're showing this woman that image, what do we expect her to believe? Especially when she just realized she's been lied to. I don't think you get it, bro. Like, honestly, yo, I'm sorry, dude. Destiny, I respect a lot of things you have going on. This was definitely not a good take. And y'all, chat, you might think I'm wrong. You might think I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you think what Destiny said was smart. To me, that's not a smart thing to say. That's incredibly stupid. All right, and I'm pissed off because he said that, right? Because it's like you're that is the most inconsiderate shit I have ever heard. Yet you're calling her a filthy piece of shit. Who the fuck are you? And this is me talking to you out of respect, bro. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, who the fuck you think you are, bro? Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Don't let, bro. Unless you understand what the fuck's going on or you can empathize with people, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear this. And I'm talking to you respectfully, dog. That shit was mad disrespectful. Bro, that's mad. Who knows? This could probably be the reason why she don't want to do interviews no more. Thanks a lot, Destiny. Like, what the fuck is this shit? And this is coming from me. I usually give, chat, you know me. I give Destiny dubs all the time. All the time I give him dubs, right? Because I generally agree with a lot of things he's saying. Not this, bro. I don't agree with this at all. This is just wrong. This is wrong, bro. Hold up. Let me just run that back. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Because I didn't think I did. Why would he even come up with this take? What is up with him? What's wrong with him?
You're trying to act like you're the one with all the experience here?
Who are you? How do you have the right to talk about this? Like, talking about a man.
Because I'm older than you. I've got more life experience than you. And I'm the only one that...
I mean, so you have more rights?
No, apparently I'm just curious. It seems like you have like all of this.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
Okay, so Daisy.
I don't want to talk to you.
She's pregnant too.
Let me
Okay. Destiny's gonna take a break for a little bit.
I'll take out. This woman is a fucking piece of trash, though. She's ruining this kid's life because she wants to milk this guy for money. You're actually subhuman filth. Just letting you know that. Good luck. Bye.
Bro, Destiny, I hope you know that you're this. I don't know if this is a meltdown or what, but you're probably proving Rolo right now. This is most emotional thing I have ever seen, bro. You're just a pregnant woman just realized the guy she got pregnant with don't want to be with her after all these lies, and you're calling her subhuman filth. Something is missing here, bro. I don't understand it. She listen, if we didn't have the DM context and we're all saying this is about money, fine. But the real context here is she, even in the DMs privately, she doesn't want the money. She's been saying that, right? I don't want the money. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't even want you to be in a kid's life. Like, wait, is Destiny cool with Fresh and Fit now? Because this is something Myron would do. I don't know, bro. That's rubbed me off the wrong way. Now all of a sudden, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest with you, bro. Maybe I'm just a tart. I don't know, but this is crazy. This is crazy. Now listen, if you want to make an argument about, hey, she wants clout, she leaked it, fine. I'm with you with that, right? Because then why make it public? You want clout. It is what it is. But to say that she's doing this for the money because she's some kind of subhuman filth. Meanwhile, I'm sure people are reaching out to her now because this story just got started, but her Instagram's deleted. She didn't want nobody to contact her no more. You notice that, right? So that takes away the clout theory right there. All right. She's already said in the DMs she don't want money. That takes away that theory right away. So what are you left with? A woman who's pissed the fuck off that the man that she thought she was in love with doesn't give a fuck about her. That's what we're left with. And she's angry right now, but you're going to call her a subhuman piece of shit? She's guilty. Absolutely. She's participating in having sex with Fresh. Absolutely. She was dumb in thinking that this was something that was going to be real. Absolutely. But to call her a subhuman piece of shit because the guy was lying to her, again, I don't know, dude. You lost me on that one. Listen, I respect a lot of things you've done, Destiny. Like, don't get me twisted, bro. Like, and I still do, right? Because you've achieved a lot and you're brilliant. But this right here was the massive L take of the entire show, bro. That actually just killed my mood, to be honest with you.
Say whatever you want.
God will judge you.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay.
That's
So-
very mean.
Daisy.
That
So-
guy is very mean.
I wanna continue with your quest to help other women because let's look at this. Okay, what has happened. Right now, everybody is angry. But when I read over, because I stream to JS is awesome. Okay, he has a good platform, and I also want to thank him for allowing me to come on and also talk to you because when
Who was
I
that
read.
person, though? Who was that person? I'm being
That-
nice here to
okay,
everyone.
so-
He's
so-
assuming me for
It's one of
coming
the, like,
here for money.
That's one of like the
Destiny
mainstay
and-
guests
Destiny's
on
friends
Fresh and Fit's
with-
show. Yeah,
yeah,
he's like friends with them. He's like
Walter.
very often on their
that's
show for free.
That is
Yeah.
Now she thinks, congratulations, Destiny. Now she's thinking you're part of the whole cabal. And we know, because we followed you for a while, that you're not part of Fresh and Fit's thing. Yeah, you're cool with them, but you're not the main thing of their show like these guys are saying. We know that. But just the way you acted, now you just put that image that's it's difficult to undo. Right? Like, why would you even go into, like, the first image she has of you is you defending Fresh. We know for a fact you don't even agree with Fresh and Fit. The fuck is going on, bro? This is such a psychotic show.
I've got a
that is
woman's
That's
name,
that makes
no?
sense. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
But everybody knows I'm not here for money. Like, do you know? Like, he probably doesn't even have that much money. Like, child support means nothing. Like, what I do, my work in China, I don't need all his money. I came all the way.
It
Like,
was Miss Asia, so I'm sure that comes with money and popularity, right? You get clout and money from that. And she's a fitness model on top of that. So she said she already has a life together before she ran into Fresh. So the fact that people are making this about the money, I understand why she's stressing out about this now, right? Because she already has clout. She already has the money. She just wants love, and she didn't get that. Like, this is crazy.
like, not for these. I came for love, but nobody believes in me, and which is fine.
I actually, believe it or not, after reading and you doing 50-50, because listen, I know gold diggers, right? And I was like, okay, when I read that he went half in on this and you purchase your tickets and you buying all this stuff, I'm like, that's not what gold diggers do.
Fact.
Okay.
My guy gets
Yo,
for his
that's
mom.
what I'm saying. Logic. That's a tree of logic. That's logic right there. Like, she went half and half on a fake jewelry. It seems like Fresh was the scammer. That's what it seems like to me. He scammed her. Like, well, how you gonna sit there and make the gold digger claim and she got scammed? That don't make any sense.
I bought 2 pair of Hermes shoes, nice scarf.
I saw
took
that.
his
I
mom
saw
for
it.
shopping. No, that was
Yeah.
the first time. And like about 10 days
Oh, you
ago,
did
his
another
mom-
time?
Yeah, his mom was in town, and even that day, he
Oh my
bought me the
God.
bracelet after he went shopping. He looked at a shirt, and I was like, "Baby, let me pay for this because I wanted to get something for you for Christmas." Okay, so it's not what you guys see.
See, remember,
It's
I
not
told
what-
you guys don't know when a woman loves you, she will do a lot for you. When I told you guys, these guys don't know what happens when women love them. Like, this, they will buy you things. They will try to take care of you. That's what happens when a woman is actually really starting to fall for you. She will literally start spending money on you. Like, that's how that works. But a lot of guys, you don't understand that. Y'all think, oh, we gotta be the provider. No, women will. Why do you think some of these broke dudes, they take the rich guy's money and give it to the broke guy, right? Because they really love him, right? When women love a guy, they will spend money on him, right? They will buy him gifts. They will do even expensive gifts, right? They will do this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't know what it's like to be loved by women, because chances are y'all never were loved by women. Y'all were dealing with gold diggers and hoes so much that even Fresh thought, this was just another one. Didn't realize, she really cared.
What you guys see, this is not real. I wanted to tell everybody what's happening before, but I'm like, never mind. Like, until this got me really mad.
I
It's
don't
not
really
even about money. Like, even
But Daisy, I'm not even worried about the money. I haven't said anything about the money. All I have said was, okay, that I know that you are not a gold digger for the fact that you are doing, honey, I don't do 50-50. I want you to know me. I don't do no 50-50. My man will pay for everything.
I'm stupid, right?
Like, it's not that you're stupid. I think it's your inexperience. Because sweetie, when
No,
I
I
look
am
at somebody like
experienced.
you,
It's because I love him.
no. You only had
Look,
one serious relationship prior to him, correct? You
no,
just
but
told me
I be
that.
associated with men. Men pays for everything. In China, even in
So why
China,
was
men
he
pay
the
for.
exception though? Because he
Because
was
I don't know, I'm such
smart.
an idiot.
Well,
Because
sometimes some women are, especially in their culture, they're so used to the norm that when they come out, they want to do something different, right? I completely understand it, right? So she comes from a place where in China, men take care of things, but she's got her own money, so America is different, right? Fresh better learn some Mandarin. Shout out to Ty, bro. I don't think, bro. Fresh can barely speak English. I mean, I think Mandarin would be pretty difficult. Yo, I'm Victorious with the 10. Let's get a W in the chat for I'm Victorious. I'm Victorious says, just my opinion, just because she says she doesn't want the money doesn't mean she will switch up in the future. Women in this type of situation always say this, but will always change their mind. Right. But when I don't know the future, I can't predict the future. That's why I'm a logical person, because I can make what's happening right now. Right. But in the future, will that change? Absolutely. Right. But then again, here's the thing you got to understand about child support. It's not her right. It's not his right. It's the child's right. The child's entitled to child support. It's not her money, right? Yeah, we don't know what she's going to do with the money or whatever the fuck it is, right? But at the end of the day, people look at child support like a bad thing. It's meant for the kid. At the end of the day, yeah, it's the way it's being used in some households that makes it bad. But again, it's one of those things where it's not, when people think about child support, it's supposed to be for the child, right? So eventually, is Fresh going to pay child support if the baby stays in America? Oh, yes. It doesn't matter if she doesn't want to put him on child support. It doesn't matter. If she's single, right, and she gets any assistance from the state whatsoever, she's getting on child support. They'll probably mandate that. Why? Because it's more revenue for the state, especially the state of Florida, right? So they would want that. So, or New York, because she's in New York now. So that's just how that happens. He's going to be paying child support whether Fresh likes it or not. That's why it's so crazy to see that he's not willing to step up to the plate, because this is how men get screwed, right? Because you're Fresh is putting this behavior up right now. But when it's time, because the states will recognize that you have a child, Fresh, and when it's time for you to pay up, she's probably going to make it that much worse for you, right? Instead of you stepping up right now, she's going to make it that much harder for you. And this is where you start paying these outrageous prices in child support every month, because you decided instead of stepping up, you wanted to play games, right? But yeah, I'm not saying she doesn't have to change her mind or anything like that. If she doesn't want money, what is she going to get? Alimony? She's not going to get alimony. Child support is the best thing she can get right now in her situation, right? But again, it's not about her. It's about the kid, okay? So the state, no matter what, is going to make her pay child support, even if she doesn't want to do it, right? Either way, Fresh is going to be on the hook for it. It's how much she's going to be stuck with. That's the real problem. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Super Rare with the super chat. Super Rare says Destiny is not cool. He does this on Israel debate. He debates to win, no moral standing. Listen, not even going. Yeah, I mean that just didn't even make any sense to me, bro. To be honest, I'm like, yo, what? I try to understand all scenarios, bro. You over here just saying she's a scumbag, and I don't know, bro. I'd be looking at the guy who impregnated the woman but doesn't want to take responsibility for it as the problem, instead of calling her a piece of shit. And I get it. Maybe he's thinking maybe she's milking this for clout, right? And you can make that argument. Again, she posted the DMs out there. I understand that, but to not consider all scenarios, that's where I'm like, yo, Destiny usually does this. Why is he all of a sudden just shooting to this conclusion right away? Because he normally is the guy that considers different scenarios, right? Or different spacing on the word right now because I'm that pissed off, right? But he focuses all the different factors of it rather than just the black and white. We leave the black and white to the pill poppers. Let them overdose on black and white. Let them do that. But we have the nuance here, right? So the fact that there was no nuance in what Destiny said was just shocking to me, because I'm like, yo, even here, I understand both sides. I even introduced nuance. So why was he just immediately, yeah, fuck it, you're a piece of shit? That doesn't make any sense to me, right? It is coming from a guy who pays child support. So I just don't understand that, bro. I've been through it too. I just don't none of this makes any sense, right? So I don't play games with a 5. Shout out to you. Says Myron said her parents is rich. So again, that's what I'm saying. Even Fresh and Fit bragged about how rich she was. I don't know why people are making this about the money all of a sudden, right? Why is it about the money? They know she got money. I don't play games again with the super chat. He says she was Miss Asia. Yo, can we get a dub in the chat for I don't play games? Because exactly what I just said. Yes, she's Miss Asia making her own money. Her parents got money. So what else could be an excuse? Yo, shout out to Super Herrera says another person hates black people. Go figure. Yeah. Oh man, I appreciate that, bro. Like, I mean, she's not gonna think too fondly of black men now, especially if she decides, yeah, I want to date another brother in the future. Nope, they'll just leave you high and dry with the baby.
I don't know. I just liked him for fucking no reason. I don't know. There's
For no reason.
There's so many good men out there, but I don't know. He said, meet for what? He said, meet for what? Go get a pill. That's what he said.
Probably because he doesn't want to have a kid right now, right? Probably a really emotional time for him too, yeah?
This is the reason why, Stephen, I was working that because you got to have her calm down, okay? Because she has every right to be angry right now because she's been rejected by the man that she's pregnant by.
Facts to Tree, bro. Like, Tree gets it. Tree understands it. She's pissed off right now. So for you to be pissed off at her destiny, you're not helping the situation, bro.
So what I was using was a hypothetical that, hey, let's go into the future. Right now, she's upset. He's upset. Everybody's upset right now. And they're saying things to hurt each other. So when tempers flare down and we're looking in the future and everybody's thinking and processing and they've been talking to their friends, rational and irrational.
Yes.
This is what I was asking her. A month from now, what does she want? The best outcome. And I said the best outcome for her, him, and the baby, and the soon-to-be baby. And she was explaining that to me. So you can go ahead and continue.
Even if he was being nice to me, like saying, okay, I'm gonna get you through this. Like, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go to the hospital with you. That would be nice. But he didn't even offer that.
But let's look at he's angry right now. You're hurt. This is the reason why I've said things can change. Do you agree that things can change a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now?
A month from now is too short. It's too short, bro. You know, you gotta wait. Like, literally, it takes time to heal this kind of wound right here. A month is not gonna cut it. Trust me. She'll still be pissed in a month.
You agree with that?
I don't know, but
it seems like she's gonna come around. If you give her at least a year, the baby's born, the baby starts to remind her of fresh, eventually she'll come around. That's just how it is. But to do it a month later or a week later, that's not how that works.
Isn't it possible things can?
Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. Okay. But
so let's look at that.
The fact that she's even saying maybe within a month, it gives me hope that later down the road, she is that kind of woman that would say, yes, come be in your son's life or your daughter's life, right? So again, Destiny, you got to understand, like, people are just pissed sometimes. You got to understand the emotional state of people. Don't just come in there and add to the problems by calling them pieces of shit or whatever. She's pissed off, but in a year or in a month, she'll calm down. We just got to take time for her to heal up right now.
Possibility. Let's look at that possibility. So there's a possibility that he can change and he can come to his senses. You are not blocking him. You're saying these things out of anger. So what I want you to think is he says the right thing. He's going to do the right thing. You are open for that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I want to understand, because I know how it is to be hurt. I know how it is to speak out of anger. So I want everyone, including Destiny, to know that you're not closing.
Tree's married now. I don't know if she was divorced before, but that exactly what she's saying is what I had to go through when I went through my divorce, right? It shit hurt right then and there, and I hated everything and anything around me except for my daughter, right? But over time, as I started to get further away from it, I started to calm down. I started to realize, hey, I wasn't innocent in all of this. I contributed to the problem too. And that's how you start the journey of healing, right? And now, you co-parent and everything's great. Your daughter's happy. Everything's great, right? That's how things are supposed to work. But yeah, you got to give people time, especially this early. This is not a normal breakup. This is a breakup where a kid's involved now, right? And I'm saying kid because this is the right-wing way of doing it, right? They also say after, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm not letting these right-wingers off the hook on this. They've been saying that at conception, it's a baby, right? They say it's at conception. Okay, so I'm going with their logic here, okay? It's a child. It's a child now. You can't do it like as soon as it's conceived, you got to stick with it, bro. This is what you got to do now, right? You got to man up and be a good conservative man and take care of your kid. This is what a conservative would do.
That off, right? You are coming out speaking out of hurt. So there is a strong chance that he will calm down and he will want to do the right thing for you and the child. So this is the reason why. And I don't think you finished. Did you finish explaining to me what the complete outcome you want a month from now in reference to you and him?
Yeah. Look, I'm here alone. I don't have many friends here. So I don't have experience being pregnant or how I'm going to deal with. So of course I wish to have like a man or someone at least to be there for me, because look, I know during pregnancy, when the date come close to the childbirth, that I could have break the water. So if I was home and nobody was helping me, imagine what would have happened. It would be dangerous. I'm just saying for all of that. That's why I was discussed with him so that he could maybe take the responsibilities. I wasn't asking him to be with me because I know this man doesn't love me and I don't want to be with someone who doesn't love me.
You have no female friends here in America?
I have like one friend that's in New York. That's where I stay right now.
Okay.
But they're busy, like they're living their life. I can't like
impose upon their life.
Yeah, this is my situation. I can't just like rely my pregnancy on my friends because they have their job to do.
That's fact.
I feel like the baby's father should take the responsibilities.
Are you going to eventually go back to Florida?
I was planning, but I don't know. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, I think these questions are just too early to ask, right? And I don't want to play the rest of this because we got to give this channel JSTLK some love. So I would strongly recommend moderators, if you haven't put that in the chat right now, let's go ahead and put their channel in the chat. I'm gonna copy a link to this video and pin it. Shout out to this guy. This is my first time listening to his channel, but I like the conversations that they had. It was good. This was good. It definitely brought some clarities and all these different things that we wouldn't have otherwise known. Let me go ahead and post the link right here for you, chat. Hold up, because I don't want to react to the. I want y'all to go over to the channel and actually give them love, right? So, oh shit, what the hell did I just do? What the fuck did I just do, bro? What's the URL for this? Hold up. All right, let me just copy it this way. Let's do this. We'll copy it this way. All right, I'll copy the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. All right, y'all, go check out the channel. If you fuck with the rest of the videos they got up there, go ahead and give them a subscribe too. All right, show some love. Let me get to the super chats. Chat. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss anything. Just say this one. Super Rare says Destiny is not cool. He does this. Oh yeah, I read that already. Says you're making it. He says she says shout out to you for the 5. Says you're making excuses for the women. You're acting like emasculated beta male. This is exactly how a pill popper talks. When I never once made an excuse for her. I said she was culpable. I said she was responsible, especially when she called herself the victim. You see, you're not listening. Yeah, this is why y'all don't know what nuances mean if it slaps you in the face, right? Just because you don't want me to speak positively about any part, right? I've spoken about Fresh and I've spoken about her and defended both and criticized both. What do you want? Me to just stay on the woman? Oh, because I didn't say much about what do you call her, right? What else do you want me to say about her? What emasculated beta male? An emasculated beta male for saying that Fresh should be responsible for the child he put in this world? An emasculated beta male? Really, dog? Are you that fucking high or are you fucking retarded? Which one is it? Because your mama definitely dropped you on your goddamn head. An emasculated beta male. You're not even going there and talking to the guy who's running away from the responsibilities he started. But me calling it out is making me an emasculated beta male. You're fucking high, bro. Hey, thanks for your money. You're stupid. All right, this was the dumbest thing I've ever fucking read in my life. See, this is how idiots think, right? This is why, again, this is why y'all will never see truth. Y'all will always fucking listen. You will never know peace. Especially living your life with this kind of mentality, you will never know any modicum of peace, bro. It's not happening for you. It's never in the cards. Nobody's gonna take you seriously. It is what the fuck it is, bro. Emasculated beta male for saying another guy who's acting like a deadbeat dad should be responsible, even though his entire show is about making sure that, you know, men stay high value and all these women are attracted to him so they can, you know, not create more single mamas out here, right? Yet I'm the emasculated beta male. This is what I'm talking about. You guys are just half fucking retarded. That's why there's zero respect for y'all. Don't worry. This shit will come to an end. I want you guys, hey, people like you, Sheed, stay sleeping. I want you to stay asleep because the moment you wake up and all this shit's gone, you'll realize what the fuck we've been saying. I mean, it's only a matter of time at this point. Like, get the fuck out of here. Emasculated beta male, says a guy paying me to say this shit. What are you talking about, bro? Emasculated. That doesn't make any sense. I don't play games. Shout out to you for the 5. Says Myron said her parents is rich. Fresh both said the same thing too. I don't play games again. Yo, get a W in the chat for I don't play games. Oh, did I read this already? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But shout out to I don't play games. Look at W in chat. I feel like I read that before. Suara says another person hates black people. Go figure. Oh, maybe I did read this before. Super Herrera again. Okay, this is where I left off. Says you got it. Destiny pays child support. So do I. You know, I pay child support and it's not for me. Now, I don't know what the money is being used for, right? I don't know, but I do know that it's for the child at the end. And that's how my attorney explained it to me, right? Because at first I was on that same, you know, idiot thinking where like, oh man, I don't want to pay child support because then she doesn't have to and whatnot. My lawyer was like, yo, stop with that stupid thinking. That's not how child support's supposed to work, right? It doesn't matter if she's supposed to pay it or you're supposed. It doesn't matter. It's supposed to be for the kid, right? So they're gonna analyze no matter what, and then they're gonna give the kid what the kids owe, right? Yeah, that's just how it works. You can't. It's not if the woman's gonna pay or woman's not gonna pay. The child needs support, and the state needs funds. That's how this is going to work, right? So he broke it all down to me. It's not a tit for tat or whatnot. It just has to happen. Now, what the recipient of the money does with that, it's up to them. And I think there needs to probably be more oversight on that, like how the money is being spent. You got me on there. We can have that conversation, right? But for right now, when it comes to child support, it is absolutely a necessity. We need more kids to be taken care of, especially by the parents who aren't there all the time. That's just how that works. I pay it. I got no problem paying child support, which I find weird that men are trying to get out of that responsibility now. Lay with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you. Says Pearl, this is why it's important to have a females. Yeah, she's got no friends, right? And granted to Daisy here, Daisy just moved from a whole different country, so you're not expecting her to have a vast network of friends. But absolutely, you know, it's tough. This is why you need more women around you because you know you get pregnant, now you're vulnerable. Fresh is supposed to be the provider and the protector. Can't even provide and protect for his vulnerable girl he knocked up. Right? Because that's when a woman's pregnant, she's at the most vulnerable stage in her entire life that she'll ever be. This is where men are supposed to be providers and protectors to make sure that she's able to nurse that baby all the way through until it's ready to be self-sufficient. But we don't see it. Y'all talking about providing and protector. Where is it when the chips hit the fan? Where are y'all? Nowhere to be seen. It's crazy. Yo, M. Dot with the 5. M. Dot says, Hold up. Let's hold up real quick. Somebody just sent me something. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, okay. Maybe I can't use that right now. Never mind. But we got another thing coming. I can't use this one right now. I can't use it. But we got another show coming. We'll figure out a way to do it. I can't use this one right now. But shout out to you though. M. Dot with the 5 says, Fresh is the best case study against the black pill philosophy. Yes, absolutely. Black pill, take this L, bro. I don't play games. Shout out to you for the 5. I don't play games. Says, Fresh might be scared, speaking from experience. He's going to be mad her whole pregnancy. Yeah, but I don't think he's scared. If he was scared, he should have known what to do. Like right now, I don't want to have another kid. So I I make sure I take precautions. I'm not out here nutting in girls raw. So yeah, you're right. It's a jarring. Yeah, you're gonna have a baby. You're gonna be a father. Congratulations. But to say Fresh is scared, nah, he just doesn't want the responsibility. He's not scared though. Yo, Kenzie Star with the 2 shout out to you, says Destiny just back on the call. Yeah, we just saw it. I'm not. I don't even listen to him anymore. I want this other channel to get you guys this viewership. So you guys go check out the rest of the call there. I don't know. Destiny just rubbed me the wrong way on that one, dude. I don't. And I it's fine. Whatever. I'm done with it. My mind's fried. Lay with the 2 shot to you. Destiny leaves the panel and comes back angrier. FF. Yeah, I'm glad I'm cutting it right here because I don't even want to. I'm glad I'm cutting it right here, though. Yo, chat, I appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to y'all. But you let me know what you think. Does this make a Fresh a deadbeat dad? Put a 1 if you believe yes. Fresh, you are most definitely a deadbeat dad after this one. You're not making out in Miami with this one, bro. It's over with. Or if you're still one of these pill poppers like the idiot that thinks that this is that anybody who thinks that a guy should be responsible for his kid is a emasculated beta male, right? If you think that it's for emasculated beta males to think you should take responsibility of your kid, put a 2 in the chat, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. I don't care. It just shows everybody else where your mentality at. Guys, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Did I get another super chat? Hold up, let me just make sure. Okay, perfect. I didn't get another one. Just making sure. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Let me get the outro. Oh man, what a freaking day, y'all. I'll catch you guys later.